Alive, baby.
We live, baby. Dang, you switched it up on me.
I know, I was trying to throw you off a little bit. Every week, it's just like a battle. Who's going to say it first? What is going on, guys? How you doing?
Shout out to chat already. People get in there early too, typing.
Yeah, I saw some people a little bit ahead. Yo, we got Rez, CNFT News, and of course Q hanging out in there. Yahoo! That just reminds me of like Mario right there. I don't know why I read it like that.
What is it?
You know when he's like jumping. Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't think he says Yahoo. I think he says something else, but we'll go with it.
we're gonna pull we're gonna pull that later on. But yes,
yeah, he definitely goes Yahoo.
yeah, 100%.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he does it when he has the little wings on his cap and he does the double backflip to fly away.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the backflip and then all right. Anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
all right, guys. Well, here we go. All right. Stop. Shout out to Jub over there first in chat at 9 o'clock on the dot over here.
I was in his space earlier. I was in his space earlier. Listen.
I know. Shout out to CNFT News hanging out over here in the live stream as well. Haven't talked to them in a minute, so now I'm hearing Mario sounds 100%. Maybe we'll keep that rolling for tonight. We'll see. And if not, yeah, you heard it here first. Anyway, welcome everybody to F35 Live, our weekly live stream. This is our stream where we get to talk from 9 p.m. Eastern to at least 11 p.m. Eastern. Go over your favorite CNFT projects. And tonight we got a returning guest onto the stream. You may know him as an MFer, as an artist. Probably one of the best haircuts inside the game over here in CNFTs. Definitely one of the most creative people we've had over on the stream. But he's got another project he's involved with. And welcome back a returning friend onto the stream, guys. Welcome project co-founder Q, a.k.a. Ken, a.k.a. Anderson Cooper. And tonight, Cube with Caricatures.art. What's going on, man?
Not much. And since we are on, I got it in the NFT news there. I do have to throw one other little pin in the hat, which is FOMO Games winner 2022.
Ooh,
Oh,
I do remember that. I think I minted my FOMO games after Old Money had won that. I do remember that.
Nice. Yeah.
Shout out to that, dude. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Doing really well. I feel like you guys are gonna have to like rein me in. This is the first time I get to speak out loud about this project that's been brewing for like 18 months. Like truly, we've been working hard on what's going on. So I'm probably gonna spew and vomit a little bit of extra information. I might even throw a little alpha out on accident, maybe on purpose.
Okay.
See what happens.
Hey, maybe some fat alpha tonight.
Some
We'll
fat
see.
alpha.
That's what you like to say over here. No, dude, yeah, it's an honor to get to have you back over here. It's been a while since we got a chance to catch up. I know we got a chance to see each other, obviously, over at CNFT Con.
Yep.
So that was a good time. And then I know you guys have been busy over on the Old Money side. Things have been getting a little crazy, ramping up. There's been like a 69-page document, which we
Is there
tried to
something
attempt.
coming out soon? What do you mean busy?
You read that whole thing, didn't you?
I literally went through that whole thing. Yeah. So I was gonna say that was a minute right there. I saw I don't know if it was Tricks or whatever. He'd put up like a little 1 minute like preview of it. And I was like, I don't know if they're attempting to do like a whole audiobook on that. Get ready for like a whole like few hours if you're doing that. That's gonna be
I remember
wild.
somebody else did an audio recording of a document.
I think Tommy could do it again.
I was gonna say that. I don't know my York accent can last that long over there. That was a little tough. Yeah, put some nice background music on. But no, dude, you're back with another project over here tonight, which we've seen this in the background over there that you have it up right there. And is that the nano frame on the wall or is that just a regular frame?
That's just a regular frame. Yeah,
Okay.
my nano frame is on hold.
Okay, yeah.
Where the whole project.
Oh, you
itself
didn't
is
set yours
looking
up
like-
either yet? I got you.
Yeah.
The guys were roasting me this past week for me not
Deserve
getting
it.
mine.
Tommy's got his sitting there in a box right now
Yeah.
for like the past 2 months.
Yep.
2 months. It's been like 5 months.
It's CNFT con. We got it out of the box.
Yeah.
Wow. It was,
Yeah. The time flies when stuff's going on. But yeah, dude. So this project, I remember seeing that back in the day. Was the Charles Hoskinson with the lobster? Is it Logan over there? What's the name of it?
The
Like they
Logan
named it.
Hoskinson, yeah, that was actually the third release from the OG project. So
Yeah.
little history on that too. It's deserved. September, August actually was when Charles they released 15 trait variables on one asset. This is just an example of one of them. So if you've seen those around, that was the original art that went.
Okay.
And
So
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, where did the inspiration for this stuff? Because I know this project, like you said, was it August of 21 that it started?
That was when it actually started. Yeah. So where's the inspiration from? Have you guys ever had a caricature drawn of yourself, like as a kid or as a family or at an event or theme park? You guys are from like middle Florida, right? You got
good place. Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
no.
haven't, but I've always seen it done though. I never actually did it
I was
myself.
gonna say, I don't think I ever have either.
I've seen it done, and it's one of those things that as a kid too, I used to look at with so much envy. Like I would just stand there and watch him do it, and just like, damn it, like how do I get to do this? And my dad would just look at me like, don't even think
Sometimes
about it.
though,
Not
the
doing it.
artists roast the people that are getting drawn though. They're definitely
In a
get
fun
roasted.
way, but
In
yeah,
a fun
sometimes
way,
they can get a little nasty with some of
Accentuate
those, for
features.
sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You had a
That's a
big
nice way
nose,
of
dude.
putting
You had
it.
to,
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
sure,
big
yeah.
schnoz, bro. It's gonna get really blown up there.
Well, that's the risk of going in front of a caricature artist. You pick the right artist, and they're going to accentuate the right features. And sometimes, some get extremely elaborate with where they go with it. So, we found, actually, I say we, but Justin Cruz, Jay Cruz, he's the original founder. He brought the ideas, he brought the inspiration from where he was at in the world, and he had always envisioned that moment of getting that caricature art done. And it timestamps a moment in your life. It really does. Whether you're a kid and it's something where you're like, yeah, I remember being at that amusement park. It was one of the best days of my life. And your parents probably didn't have the same experience, but you did because you enjoyed that. Sometimes you have artwork done because of your sports, or sometimes it's an event-based thing where a caricature artist comes in, and it really depends on how good that artist is, right? They gotta be able to knock them out quickly, or they spend a lot of time and do it very elaborate and in detail. So yeah, we looked at different options into the future and what we're doing now, but that first run, that first batch, the artist, his name is Z. He's from Austria, renowned man who's actually been on game shows and done some really cool stuff. Well, that first batch was that setup. It was like, okay, I want Charles on, and we're gonna go with it.
Well, I wanted to bring it up over here just to give everybody a little bit of a peek at what we were talking about here, because this is a perfect example of it, because we've got some early stuff in there, and then I see a familiar face there up in the top left, which actually is really cool. And then, of course, you've got, I don't know why it says Zesterson right there. I could have swore ours said, I thought it bears an uncanny resemblance to Newton Baker. But yeah, Tom, stop. That's got to, was that on purpose?
It's 9:09. What do you mean? That's what time it always goes off.
I can't. But no, so Justin over there, Jay Cruz, aka some may know him as Hoodrow Wilson, from the old Money MFers over there. But so I didn't realize.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What?
Newton Baker?
What do you mean? No, we talked to that guy. What are you talking about? He's on the show. Yeah.
Newton Baker, you may go by, but no. So he was the one that had originally got this thing off the ground back in 21. So how did obviously with the connection between you guys over at Old Money, how did the conversation start to come up over here of resurrecting this Caricatures project?
So to truly resurrect it, I guess the issue is that the bit of history that you have to truly understand is that when Justin came up with the idea and said, hey, I want to make this happen, he had a grand vision that included technology that did not exist. The idea of being able to let the community vote who is going to be the next caricature, letting the we weren't even, this was pre-smart contract era, so the things didn't even exist, let alone having marketplaces to exchange the assets from. So I guess there's different levels of it.
Time out over there. Well, real quick, this is a great time for a plug. We're 10 minutes into the show right now, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is F35 Live. And if you enjoy the show, make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you guys really want to get some great content every Monday and Friday.
Yeah, you're getting better at those, Tommy.
Hey,
I'm impressed.
Pull that up. That's what I felt like. I just sent in our private chat there. That's what I felt like when you mentioned no smart contracts, because I forgot. Dude, that brought me back for sure.
Stop. I gotta pull that. If I can pull that up on screen share, I'll pull that up over there. That little meme. Ken, are you good back?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm an animated speaker. I actually got my feet involved in that when it kicked the wire off. So
nice. I do that all the time. I'll knock the mic out sometimes, and I'm just like, hey, oh no, we're not good. All right. But yeah, so no, anyway, we're back to the about how this kind of got resurrected. Like you said, the technology wasn't available back then, which is still wild to think about. We had smart contracts. Was it September 12th, maybe of 21 was when it first came out? Yeah. So back then you guys didn't have what you needed to really realize the vision. So how has that kind of come to pass now? Why now?
So it has never been off of our plate. And when I say our plate, and I mentioned, I see somebody ask the question, when did I join that team? The connection between Caricatures and Old Money happened. I was dialed into Old Money from day one, and for that was CNFT Con version 1, and we were watching the live stream, and then we realized, hey, I'm going to watch this interview about Caricatures, and then he just dropped the bomb about Old Money, and everything switched to Old Money, and the Caricatures community was already kind of waiting for the next level, and Cruz moved forward with and tried to let both projects ride at the same time. That's why we had the Logan Hoskinson. That was sort of a, hey, we're going to do this, but not with 15 traits. There's only going to be 3. That's to, you know, keep things moving. And then later on, because everyone was being so patient, because Old Money was doing what Old Money did, Caricatures was still on hold, and there was a few calls to call to the community to say, hey, we'd like to keep this going. We want to make it happen. But we realized how far the tech was waiting. And if you notice everything in Old Money and everything that we'll talk about here in the near future about Caricatures, the technology is a parallel. So if you know Old Money's technology, you'll easily recognize what we're going to put forth with Caricatures.
Right.
So that was where that call to action, that call to the community to say, hey, who wants to help move this forward? I raised my hand, we started talking, and then everything went on hold. And truth be told, we waited. You know, the Logan Hoskinson, I think there's only like 220 of those assets. The community was already dwindling. And I'll say it out loud right now, it wasn't a rug, it was a coma that we induced. And we said, okay, this is going to be a thing in our future. He had a long-term passion. I married right into it. And we look at it and we say, dude, we're a great partnership to make this happen, but we need to make everything else happen so that now we're in a spot where we can build together. I'm going to demonstrate what we're going to do, and we'll go into that.
Okay.
Is there like a direct collaboration? I know obviously Justin is with Old Money. Is there direct collaboration as far as Old Money holders with this new project? Do they get a perk or a whitelist in a sense?
So on the community sense and whitelist, we don't actually have a whitelist, but what we have is an EMD, like an early mint discount, and we'll talk to that as well. There's a lot of, so what's really neat, and I think it's really cool, is that our project, the two of us and everybody that we've ever communicated with, yourselves included, have learned so much in the last 2 years. And if you think about a project that starts when the entire ecosystem is starting, there's problems. There's going to be issues. We've been taking copious notes. We've been building and working. I've been tied in with Old Money myself. I've been doing the Q Oils project. I've been spending time out at CNFT Con. I've got my tickets to NFT NYC. You know, that's like, we are still everywhere and taking notes on everything and pulling it together. And that rant I just gave totally let me forget what I was asking about, what you asked, TJ. So
I was just asking the direct partnership with Old Money. If the users, the holders of Old Money get a perk or incentive for that. Yeah.
So the partner founders, if you call it that, then what we're doing right now as co-founders for bringing Caricatures forward is that we have a dedicated artist, we have a dedicated community manager, and we have a dedicated developer. And the development team, Cruz, has already battle tested all of the product that we're going to deploy. The community management, and where Cruz is also working completely with the entire space and ecosystem. So many lessons learned from the last year and a half, and how to make it better, how to make it right, how to not do this, I will say we're not doing tokenomics. That's not going to happen with this project. It's not on our roadmap.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we are not, and there are things that we are, and we can keep it simple now because we're not going to overextend ourselves. We have a core product, which is our cycles, and then we can do some tangential things and make things add on. But our focus, here's the thing: the most important thing is the most important thing. If you remember that, you stay focused.
Yeah, we got a comment over here from Becky over there. She loves these. The artist did a great job of capturing cartoon style as well as accentuating features and scale of caricatures without. I'm gonna blow through that word tonight. Caricatures, without picking just one prominent feature to roast. Which we were saying that a little bit earlier as well. They're a fun way to like you said. It's such a different art style with different people, but like you said, it captures a moment in time. I love the old parallel here with the old Hodgson's versus the newer updated version. I was going to ask about that too. The artists, right? So everybody's known, like I can fully back up from the tech side, right? Of what we've seen what Justin can do from Old Money as far as the developer side. On the artist side, we all know and love Trixon from Old Money. Yes. Who is the artist for Caricatures?
So lower my left is actually the caricature. That's Z.
Okay.
And he was the original artist, and instead of trying to search for a new artist, we reached out to him, and because of this delay, because of the flu that went around for the last period of time, he's actually advanced his skill set into a lot of different ways. And I time-lapse video from the first one, I think I put it out on one of the tweets, and watching what he does, he has a lot of his Twitter account shows a lot of the live caricatures that he does. There's no AI in this. It's just using the technology that's available.
Mm-hmm.
And
love it.
I wish I could tell you the skills that he has. I like to call myself an artist, but watching what he does and how he does it, how fast he can turn this stuff out and work through it.
Yeah.
The quality that there is, it's unbelievable. So
that's great.
The speed, like you said, how fast he can work through it. Because you watch these videos, these time lapses of drawings, and you're like, man, this is so cool. And I've always wanted to be able to draw. I think that'd be so much fun to be able to do that. So I'm like, oh, this is like something I feel like I could really get into. And then you start doing it real time, not sped up in a time lapse, and you're like, this is going to take me 2 weeks. Like, what?
Yeah. I think that's one thing too for the caricatures, right? Like when you're at the quickness.
It's right there in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Like how easy it is for them to go ahead and actually like turn something out that doesn't look like terrible at all. Like the good ones, like it's just like, how did you do that? Like that's an amazing skill. So I would imagine for the blockchain as demanding as it is, you'd want to have that skill refined for trying to kick out a bunch of different things.
So there's a lot to be said about that, and it depends on what quality product that we want to deliver to our community as we move forward. So we could move into this a little bit further. Like we know what our past is, the 15 caricature traits that there's one caricature drawing of Charles, and that's the asset right there. And if you scroll down and you see where the assets are, there was one drawing with a few traits that made 15 variables. Right. There were a number of different rarities that were associated with it because of that. Only 15 legendary specials, and then there's a higher quantity of the commons. And that's, we've been in this game long enough that we know that rarity for the artwork and the image is there. Mm-hmm. We made a twist with the relaunch. We're not going to do one caricature with different shades or different traits. I think that's something that's, I'm not going to say it's overblown, but it's very common in the space right now that somebody puts their art out and then they throw sunglasses on it or blowing a bubble gum or whatever the thing is, and you have that core piece of art or work. What we're doing is, if you were to bring up our new art, there's Logan, and that's even on top of that. It's like, okay, we're going to put this on top.
Yeah. Okay, so the new art over here, right? This is the new version.
So I'll ask you guys this: if you were to say, you guys know who Charles is, right?
Yep.
We all heard of him. We chose Charles in this version because our pre-cycle goal is we designated what the caricature is going to be. We're laying out the ideology, the setup, the mission, and everything. And on the next cycle, the first cycle, once all of the Charleses go out, it's out of our hands. I mean, we'll still do the tech side, we'll still do the community management, but the community is going to submit who it's going to be. The community then is going to vote for who the winner is, and then we move forward from that. But what's cool is that do you guys recognize that image in any way? Like how Charles fanboys are you?
I'm not. I mean, I've watched a bunch of his live streams over here, but he's looking way more clean cut, I have to say, in this version over here.
What if you had what if you had millions of views of said, and this was going to be a 5.5-hour video? Does that hint anything closer?
No, I'm off. I'm not that guy.
He had an interview that blew everybody's minds because it was 5.5 hours long with Lex Friedman.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we used that image because that's a very important time that Charles stood in front of the entire world and said, "Here I am." And we all looked at that. Some of us watched 5.5 hours. Some of us went, "I don't even know who Lex is. I'm not watching it." But if you ever watched that video, that whole thing, you could pull that one up and say, "Oh, that's the outfit he was wearing. That's the microphone he had. This reminds me of that image."
Yeah, that's one of the top things that actually pops up over here on. I was about to say, yeah, that makes more sense over there. So okay.
Oh, yeah.
What you did? You guys searching Lex Friedman and there you go.
Yeah, the same thing.
I was just curious because we're over here and now we're talking about it. Yeah, I could not I needed the reference point, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So okay, that makes way more sense over here for what he's doing. Perfect. Okay.
Did you watch all the 5 hours of that?
Oh yeah, I did. Didn't you?
Awesome.
You got. I will. I listened to a lot of it. I didn't watch it the whole. I mean, I would listen to it, but 5.5 hours. I probably cut the grass a couple times.
Yeah.
I had a
sure
little bout with some tequila and have a recovery, but it took. I got through the whole thing.
Nice.
I don't know how I didn't hear about this for some reason. I'm usually like, I guess it was only a year ago too. I guess I was just full blown in like CNFTs at that time, beginning of the last year. So I'll definitely have to check and get back to this.
So that is perfect because what just happened is that it's a reminder that, hey, there's 5.5 hours of Charles talking about everything and not just what we're doing. So if you've watched the video, 741,000 people have reference to that image.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share my screen or can I share my screen?
Yeah, bring it. Yeah, go ahead and pull it up and I'll bring you in.
We are on YouTube though, so you gotta keep it safe for work. I know you old money guys over there get a little get a little crazy. Caricatures, we don't need any, we don't need any exaggerated body parts showing up here.
All right, we're gonna bring you in right now.
Yeah, well, that's actually exaggerated body parts. Right here, this is a caricature that I had done with my family when we were in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right.
We went down Fremont Street. We found a caricature booth, and all three of us sat in the booth and. The artist had, I think we were 25 minutes and they had us knocked out. And
that's so impressive.
Yeah, it's 3 people too, not even just one. That's really cool.
Yep. And I've got some pictures of, being on the strip. Actually, you guys know what shirt I was wearing during that too.
I do. Great shirt, by the way.
Sporting some Freedom 35er swag. That was a good one. No, so we had that. But at Vegas, we were here, right? And how many people got to sit and stand with Charles Hoskinson and actually met? Did any of you guys meet him?
Tommy did. He came.
Yeah,
Tommy did. I wasn't there. We're not.
Tommy didn't.
Met him, but
it was the second go around, right, Tommy?
The second day, yeah, he was just walking around. And I'm pretty sure that was the day, or it was either edit day, the first day people got to get a chance to see him, or it was the second day. I don't know. Were you second day or was it the first day?
This was first day because that second day was a kind of a surprise. But he got done doing a huge line, and then I went outside because I heard he was heading outside. This was actually a minute after I got my picture done, and then I had the Inflation Times, and I had him actually sign it right there. So.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, Tommy actually caught him coming out of a bathroom stall. He was stalking him out in the men's bathroom waiting for him.
You didn't even get to finish washing his hands.
Nope, not at all. No. So you guys got a chance to meet him over there, and then how did that? Where did that kind of lead? Did you get a conversation at all? Did he see the Logan at all?
I don't know. No, I really wish he would have because he had been talking about the utility of painting and having IRL artwork tied to. Had he stopped at my booth, but he went the other way
there too.
Whatever. But how many people? There's literally. I have a photo. He was photobombing Tyler and Will when they were at my booth while we were trying to get a picture of ourselves, and Charles is in the background like, whatever. But there's a lot of people that can associate meeting Charles Hoskinson, right?
Yeah.
So what else do you do then? There's our
dope.
CNFT Charles. All right. Our CNFT con Charles.
That is definitely our CNFT con Charles. So
I like the passes on there too. That's really cool. The detail.
Even got his lanyard. But
that's got some really good details. Oh.
Yeah, this is not
was about to say, you got some like super detail. I didn't realize his caricature could get a little detail like that.
Yeah, that's really
Start
good.
zooming in there.
So if anybody, oh yeah, this is.
I say you
get right down to the little curlies.
Oh, stop.
Shout out to Curly Knox, by the way. I heard he's not going to make it today. He's dealing with a little bit of weather on the other side of the world.
Yep. I hope he's getting better, man. But yeah, so this whole new image right here. Is this the first time everybody's seeing this?
This is the first, yeah.
Is it going to be an NFT? Because J-Hub already wants one.
It is, right? Yeah. I think he said that he missed getting his picture. He can just Photoshop this in and arm over, and there you go.
Dope.
But no, this is the difference from last version to where we're at now is that this version, one of our rarity traits is CNFT contrails. Okay. One of them is Lex. There's 3 more to go.
Okay.
I'll let you guys kind of figure that out over the next week and a half. We'll release a few more, but there it is. That is
nice.
Alpha. NFA Alpha. NFA Alpha.
NFA. Not
Alpha.
Yep, Nafafa over here. That's some fun advice. Oh, dude, that looks really good. So there's gonna be different rarities of Charles over here. Obviously redone art, which looks, time has evolved and it looks a lot better. I just personal opinion on what you got going on. The different, is there gonna be any utility to the rarity?
So, yes. We can get kind of into that right now is what's called voting power. So with each rarity is going to have a different level of voting, because we talked about in the past, the idea from Cruz when he set everything up was it took a month and a half for me to figure out what the hell the numbers were going to work out to be, because there was 15 different variables. There was all, and guys, lesson learned, and we're cleaning that up. This first 1,000 is going to have a voting power total of 1,000 or of 10,000 voting power. So there will be details. I'll make sure that our white paper, if you will, whatever we call it at the end, has got at least an hour and a half of reading time for you, Tommy.
Nice.
But when we have it, it'll have some details for you that break it all down. So for right now, we're not ready to fully release that, but I can tell you that there's voting power associated with the different rarities.
Okay.
And then the images, that'll kind of fall in place. So depending on how many of what you have determines what your voting power is when it comes time to vote.
Okay. A couple will dial it back over here too. I don't know if we even said any of this. I don't know if you guys can even give us an answer of our timeline over here. He's asking about when the project is even releasing. I know we're talking this first time kind of debuting it. Do you guys have any timeline for anything that you could potentially give us?
So I can tell you this. We mentioned that we've studied the market. We know the Cardano NFT space. And if we came out too soon, we would have to wait too long. If we came out too early, we wouldn't be ready. So there's a happy medium that we think that we came up with. And the fact that we're talking to you today, and we're talking to CNFT News later this week, and non-fungible guys, who my wife keeps calling the pizza guys, because that's where we met, Brian and Devon. But this is it's timed out. I can't tell you when it is, but soon enough, you guys will know when the day is that we release. You'll have all the details here.
For first half of the year?
Q1.
Jesus,
that's April.
How am I supposed to pay the bills if I wait till April?
How about until first half of the year? I think that's better. Easy. You got 4 months to play
before
with
2030.
Before 2030.
Before CNFT comes.
Well, I do love that voting aspect of it though, because that obviously when we've minted, especially in projects where you're looking, for some sort of, even if you're not looking to sell right away, you still want those big ticket ones, those ones that are going to have the extra value later down the road. But it kind of gives you that immediate value right now to get involved in the project and also kind of really engage, as opposed to just being like, oh, I have one that's worth a lot of money. It's now like, oh, I have, I got to swing my big dick around the chat now. I can vote some. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So there's an element that is new. Like we didn't come up with a cut and paste from any other project. There's some new things we feel that we're putting together, and one of them happens to be we don't have the multi-pass. We don't have the super mega. If you have the truth serum of death, then you'll always be. Fuck that. You have 1,000 assets in this cycle. The key word here for us is that it's cycles. So our first cycle is going to be, we're in this pre-cycle where we're getting the first 1,000 in. We are saying thank you to everyone who's diamond handed. We are giving a shitload of stuff out in a way that's all to come. But as soon as we have our first mint, this is not a mint and wait. This is not a, well, let's get this going and then we're going to give you a metaverse. Nope. This isn't, the website's together. Here it is. The assets are here. This is your deliverable. As soon as you mint, you have that asset in hand and you can move forward into the next cycle as a voter, as a community member, as somebody who says, okay, we're going to give, okay, so let's do that. Let's back up for half a second and say, let's talk about cycles. And then you might realize that we're not releasing a 10,000 asset collection. We're releasing 1,000 at a time to let the community grow and build with us and determine what we do next. So you could even scroll down further on the page and then you'll see where, keep going in, there. So our submission phase is that first cycle. Once you join the community and you learn what the theme is for this cycle. So what do I mean by theme? We're not just going to say submit anybody and all of a sudden we have that huge effect where we have a 10 billion following person. We're not ready for that. No one's ready for that. I'm not trying to onboard anybody into the community yet, but I tell you what, I'm trying to onboard people into Cardano. We're onboarding artists. We're moving people in our build phase. In the first few cycles, we're going to focus on celebrating our community, the people that know what this is all about, and get the, knock off the dust and get everything ironed out. So in our first cycle, it might be something like the women of Cardano, and that's our theme. So you have to, you can't use somebody that's not doxed. I can't have a caricature artist draw 5 pictures of a whale, because that's just not going to work. So it's got to be somebody that's front facing and we know what their images is. But our community will pick, okay, the women of Cardano, if that happens to be it, or if it's music artist, or if it's wherever
Freedom
we go.
35.
Right? Oh, yeah. Well, I ought to vote for the top one Freedom 35er.
There you go. Arrow Art was asking, can other artists submit portraits for voting?
So we are not going to have one single artist from day one on out. So there is going to be evaluation of what caricature artists we use for the theme. And that's important too. Okay, so that Women of Cardano thing, if I use a really exaggerated artist for the Women of Cardano, that's probably not going to go over very well, right? Because people are subject to say, well, I don't want my features to be distorted. That might be my... So we're going to use somebody that's respectful and in the caricature artist world who can do something that's dialed in really nice and, but it's still a caricature art style of work. But we may have somebody that's, comedians of, and we could use that very exaggerated artist for that. So we will have the artist and the theme dialed in before we say, here's the theme we're going to do. And then it's submission. So if you have connected to our website, if you're connected to the Discord and hanging out, you'll understand what the theme is. You go to the website. That's our community hub where we communicate is on Discord. Our community hub for interaction is the website. That's where, just like old money, you have to go to the website to go to Jealous Island, to go to the houses at the House of God. All of that stuff is essentially getting white labeled and put into caricatures. So,
yeah. Well, so I mean that's a cool concept right now, right? So you've got different themes that bring different people into the community. People use their NFTs, their rarity for voting power to be able to select the next NFT. From there, you're able to support different artists, onboard new people into the ecosystem, and it looks like the last part of that is claiming different rewards, and you get different mint discounts based upon, I guess, the NFTs or certain things you hold for the collection. Question though, so this first one, obviously we were talking about Charles. We just saw a preview of him, and so he's going to be the first character. Is he going to be the first or only one, or there's going to be different characters outside of just Charles, or is the first NFT collection just Charles? So
let's just assume that you've learned about our project, and the last community vote went towards Charles Hoskinson. There it is, and we already have our artist, and we have picked 5 locations, times, features where Charles is the most prominent. And there it is. So the artist is working on 5 different caricatures of Charles Hoskinson. We are essentially in the support phase right now. What you're seeing, that the submission phase is when everyone's submitting it. And during that time, then we go to the voting phase where the community votes for, we want this person. Then we go to the support phase. This is going to be the longer period of time, probably 2 weeks or so to get from voted. We know who our winner is. Now we need to onboard that winner. We need to onboard their community. If, for instance, maybe it's YouTubers and we say, okay, it's Freedom 35ers 1. There it is. Now Freedom 35ers, we want you to come become our part of our community. Well, in our world right now, we know each other, right? But what if it's a different influencer? What if it's an educator? What if we go with developers and now we have somebody like Ailes who becomes that person? You know, just we'll see where the community wants to go within that theme. But a year from now, when we're into our 10th or 12th cycle, and now we're reaching further and we're saying, okay, sports stars who are associated with cryptocurrency. That's a bigger silo that we're starting to reach into.
Right.
We're going to need time to bring them into our space. But this is what's beautiful. Just like the artist doesn't need to know any art. They just have to have a trusted intermediary that says, okay, if you bring your art to us, we can kick it out. We can introduce you to 7,000 people. And we'll have people fighting for those 1,000 assets. And, you know, that whole level comes in. When I go back to the submission phase, there was something that I left out. When you submit your entry and you say, I want Tommy, not Tommy, but the other Tom. I want him to be the person that we feature, right? So you got, but I can't leave it at that. I want you to tell me why. Give me links to that motivational moment. Give me links to, give me no more than 500 words and say why this person is important to you. We have technology at our fingertips. We can build everything up and let a whole spreadsheet. So if I have 500 people that vote for Tommy and they say, I want him because of this, when I reach out to Tom and I say, listen, our community, you don't know anything about us. Our community voted for you. We want you to be featured. And here's why. And maybe it's overwhelming, maybe it's not, but they could actually assess, like, here's feedback that they've never even known. It's just handed to them. And they go, holy crap, that is awesome. They're going to get some NFTs for free. They're going to get that introduction to our entire community. And our community says, we want to be associated with them. Let's bring them in. And it isn't just, hey, we want you to come on board. Come on board. It's, here's why. This is what we want to do. And we're going to do it in fun. Here's a caricature. Here's an NFT of you that all of us are pining for. And we want to have this and be a part of it. So in that cycle, that's how we're trying to onboard people, by featuring them, by celebrating them, by saying thank you for everything that you've done. And not just because you're cool, or because you have a lot of followers. It's because you changed my life. You told me something. You built something for us that we never had in the past.
Right.
So is there going to be a cycle every month? Because you said 10 to 12 from a year from now.
I think we can manage this within a month. Right now, we're dialing in all of our processes, and a month right now feels like about that time. So we should be able to cycle every 4 weeks or so.
So gotcha.
The perks of holding each NFT each cycle, that obviously gives you more voting power towards the next cycle. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So if you were in this, if you get a handful of Charleses right now, and then you get a few more of whatever and a few more of whatever, that voting power levels you up, you know, as far as what your voting rank is. But it isn't something that just because you were here on day one and you get X number of tokens, now you are that mega whale, you're there. Could you buy your way in? Yeah. But is there a risk of a total whale coming in? Sure. But to what end? Like our goal is to separate our fate and get as far spread, decentralized, if you will, to as many people as we can. If you wanted to get everything, if you wanted to be the mega whale that has the highest voting power, okay. I mean, why? You're defeating the purpose of the project.
Then so if somebody does do that, right, they decide, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to go YOLO into this, I'm going to have the most voting power to do what I want to do. Is there an incentive outside of getting to vote for the next thing? There, you guys mentioned rewards and other things. Is there going to be anything else additional to outside of the voting that you can do with that? That the more voting power, I guess you have.
So I guess similar to you guys are used to money, and I keep hearkening to that because that's what we're building. We build a lot of and motivate a lot of our build in that is that like Fuckerland giveaway. That's where we give things away, and we can have that same setup within our program.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of the community driven sense, there's going to be a stack of NFTs that get pulled into the community wallet. The royalties, half of the royalties go straight to the community wallet. That's going to grow in the first few cycles before we have anything to do with it. So say 6 months from now, if we have multiple cycles, that wallet's going to build up. It's going to stack up with NFTs. It's going to stack up with ADA. And we're we've all just suffered in the last year getting crushed with holding ADA. So we're going to kind of cut that in half and say, okay, we're going to have an ADA fund, but we're also going to have a US dollar treasury where every mint we're going to pull it out and make that community money available. So that if we hire a community manager to help manage this, or if we pick up a liaison who's very good at talking to new community members, we get our winner. Hey, TJ, you got hired as my liaison. Here's our new winner. I need you to go onboard them specifically. And here's X number of dollars a month for that. That's awesome. If we fight our way into the DAO world and the understanding of, okay, the community is going to vote for this, do that. It's got to be community. If we have the mindset that we want to have a community driven project, we have to have a community pool of funds available. So I'm not going to try and say, oh, well, 6 months from now, we'll start thinking about that. Day one, right now, we're building that wallet. So yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were done. Sorry. So do you guys have a set mint price for each cycle as far as, are you going to be doing it for ADA? Or are you just set a USD price for each cycle? So obviously ADA fluctuates or crypto fluctuates. You're going to always have that standard USD price.
Yeah, we're kind of gauging it towards the USD price and let the numbers go from there.
Got it.
And that should benefit everyone from start to finish. You'll know it's X number of dollars roughly to mint and go from there.
Gotcha. Is there a plan? I know you said I go back to the cycle thing. How many cycles do you plan on having? Is it just continuing on for a known time, or do you have a set number of cycles you want to kind of put a cap and stop at?
So if there's a reason to stop, we'll stop. I don't see that reason to stop. If this grows, so right now we're focused and we're going to be Cardano centric. As we expand and we grow and we know that our system is dialed in, we're good to go. And then we start spinning off some ancillary things like different, I don't want to hint or kind of say, over promise, under deliver. I'd rather go the other way around and say, right now this is our first interview. This is a chance for me to shake myself off and go, what am I saying? Yeah. What do I need to do? But why stop? If it's working and it turns into an onboarding machine, I'm not trying to make our Discord the liveliest Discord ever, but I want it to be connected with people who are associated with the Cardano ecosystem. So if we onboard a developer because we feature that cool developer who knows something cool or whatever it is, and they say, I don't want to teach them Plutus or Haskell, but I know who knows Plutus and Haskell, and say, hey, we got this really cool thing going on with Cardano. I'm going to show you how to do it. And I can show you who to talk to and make those connections. And if it turns into a cycle and everybody stays with it and we're going, man, we're on board. We do it.
Nice.
Right. Got it. Okay. So the main goal of this project really is to involve the community, to help onboard more people to Cardano, and then eventually reach out to just onboard people into the crypto space overall and build a community kind of centered around just that artwork. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, what's more fun about that? And it'll feature those moments where that's it. I can't say that if you're really cool, if you really love apes, and I've got an ape project and everything is about apes, you're going to stick around because I do more ape things.
Right.
Caricature art is fun. It's long lasting, and let's say one of you guys actually did get a piece of art done with you at an event. It's probably in your mom's scrapbook, and you won't see it until you get that from her. This is on chain. You can build the full collection. You get one of each. Trying to get one or all 15 there's only one person that has all 15 that I'm aware of. Like, nobody's compiled them into any wallets. We have one collective wallet with all of the original assets. Not to say that like, I like collecting everything, so I did, but I had a year of working towards that. But getting one of each of 5, that's reasonable. If you're a collector that you want to do that, go for it, man.
Right.
Now, do the character holders get any perks for old money? Like, because I'm sure there's gonna be a direct partnership with old money, of course. Do they get perks for holding? Like, so if you have old money assets at all, you get like a discount on mints and stuff like that. Will characters have a similar kind of holding power?
So what's beautiful is that Justin, myself, and quite a few others in the old money world are sort of anti-collaboration. We understand that collaboration is necessary to the extent that hey, we can introduce you to similar like-minded projects. This isn't that so much. Like, we just happen to come from one project. We are partner, and Cruz isn't like, he's going to be busy, but this is not going to be his full-time job. This is my full-time job. Right. I'm doing all the hours for this, and he's able to use the stuff that it's busy right now because he's still white labeling everything and putting this together. But once that's dialed in, his involvement from the tech side should be pretty better. But he still has a passion for this. Sure. Him and I are going to be in conversation about it like we are right now, daily, going, all right, where are we at right now? What do we got next? Where are we going? Working through the themes and doing all of that. But does having this asset mean anything over there? Maybe during a giveaway cycle, maybe we'll see.
But you guys want to really kind of build this organically. I mean, like you said, you just have similar communities. You guys will probably have members of Caricatures you'll see and be familiar with from the old money side. But they are separate projects, and you guys are developing them separately. I like that a lot. And of course, I mean, I can see a lot of crossover, at least community-wise, just because this one is very much about the creativity and fun side and engaging the community and being involved in it, which is a lot of the same, sentiment from the old money side, which is why we love it so much.
Yeah. I think one of the first questions in the new Discord was, is this a PG Discord? Like, yeah. If you're already in old money, go there and let your hair down. But our goal isn't to be like the corner bar. It is to be the foyer. Like, I would love it if you can come into our community and hook up with somebody and then go do the thing you want to do and know that you started in Caricatures and moved over. That's not where we're at. That is not the current phase perspective, but it's important when you decide whether or not you want to invest in an asset or if you want to invest in a project, which is what I'm asking people to do, is invest in us, because it's your time, it's your effort. But this is why we have a infinite worldview. This is not, hey, once we get to your metaverse, we're out, or here's your cool video game, or this is a cycle that should repeat over and over and continue to drive that's the hard thing. We don't know where the future is taking us. Let's talk to them.
I was going to say, it sounds to me like you guys are like doing, like, onboarding different people that the community wants to see in whether it's Cardano or just crypto in general. Your community is kind of deciding the fate of, like, hey, we want this community to come over here to see the benefits. It's really just about growing the chain in a fun way, like you said, with this classic art style. And then, like you said, you're utilizing some of the tech that old money obviously is the impressive tech that they have to be able to do some things like this. It's a unique thing. Like you said, it's not like you said the 10x like metaverse, like we're going to the moon and we got staking, we got all kinds of crazy things. You guys are going at it from the art perspective with the mentality to onboard and educate. It sounds like.
I like that because he brought up the point of like, have we ever had this done to us? We said no, but we've seen it. We've all seen it done at amusement park, theme parks. That's the familiarity that this is going to bring for people to get onboarded into the space, which I think that's perfect for it.
Well, and who doesn't like just being real? Like if somebody's drawing something of you, like as far as being approached, like you're way more receptive of it, especially like, yo, that's actually pretty dope. I want to know a little bit more about who did this. You know, it's a good way to like pull you in. And then from there, like you said, if you're able to grab and capture a community of people who, you know, especially ones with large followings, as you start to branch out, like you said, like maybe an athlete or somebody like that, like, hey, I'm big into crypto, I'm big into NFTs. This community over here just drew this awesome piece of artwork for us. And they've got, you know, all these different resources. They have this cool tech over here. Let's go see what this is about. And then all of a sudden, even if you get a percentage of their people over there, maybe now they're interested or they've at least been exposed to it on this side of the blockchain. And then if they really want to start messing around with it, they can say, hey, if I hold more of these, I can vote to bring more people in. Or, hey, I got a really cool person that I think would be great. Let's go ahead and let's set some votes up to get these guys over here. So yeah, like you said, the possibilities are endless for what you could do. I think it really rides on the fact of like, is this going to resonate with people, right? And which you guys have got, like TJ just said with the caricature, like that just taps into like your inner either like child or just maybe like just some sort of memory that you've had over time.
Almost like a vacation time, right? Because that's usually where you would see this is out on vacation or you're out and about and you're
fair, like something,
exactly.
Somewhere where you're having like a good time.
Exactly. It resonates with good time.
There's character artists that get hired to show up at a corporate event or at a wedding, and they go to those big events.
Right.
I don't know if I mean, there is an event coming up in October.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect one. Can you imagine displaying not just even the paintings? You got a whole set of different portraits that you guys have released for different communities there.
Or the artist is there doing stuff for people there live.
There. Hey, T said.
Those goes, huh? I got you.
There's a lot of these are now. Remember though, these are just little teasers that's in our brain. Like, oh my god, that would be awesome. I can't take the time.
We're still early,
thinking about that, I have to say, yep, that'd be fucking badass. But now,
you paint a little bit. Just get the easel up right there at CNFT Con. Just bust them out real quick.
Well, quick question.
It is definitely possible, but then, hey, does the business fly somebody from Austria into, or do we hire the local artist? Or I mean, there's like I said, we've thought about it, and we have some sketches. It would be great to do that. We'll see what happens.
So question for you, the hard hitting question with that, us being inside this bear market, right? A lot of people enter into this space, right, to find some sort of gain, whether it be through networking, through monetary gains, through whatever. What is your approach to the average degen that comes out here who is looking to flip? Like, how do you resonate with them, or are you trying to resonate with them to be able to bring them into your community versus where somebody looks at this and goes, yeah, I'm not going to flip that, so I'm just going to keep moving? Like, how do you approach that person?
Well, I think we're in a world where right now it's hard to get involved with something you don't know about. So we have to make this very easy to digest from start to finish and say, hey, what is that caricature art? Oh, that is this project. They're doing random people. So if I can get that down to like 2 minutes and say, okay, here's our commercial, and now you understand what we have going on. Will the flipper want to do that at that point? I don't know. How do we protect against that? I can say that if it comes to bots, I won't guarantee that we are bot proof, but I can say the amount of anti-bot, like we're not using a typical minting platform either. Our developer built our own minting machine. If you've been through old money, you know that is no longer at corporate level minting. We're minting for ourselves.
You might not be able to speak on this yet, but you just gave me an idea or a question, I should say. When this is being minted, is it going to be? I know old money, you saw it being printed, right, and all that stuff. Is this going to are we going to actually watch it drawn in like?
Not today, not this time around.
No, not this. In a future mint. Okay, I got you.
Well, how cool would that be? Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yep. Now we've got like the whole like how to build and what to do. Our first version is getting everything working, and you have to layer up, right? So having creative ideas like that come to us is like, yeah, let's build that. Let's add it. And I can't tell you that we have everything finished and figured out from today into the future, because the best laid plans suck once you get into the real world. Like you have to leave a lot of room for that growth. So Yeah, that would be really cool if the website is a QuickTime image and goes boop, there you go, there's your caricature.
I like
I
that.
love that too. Web3 is great in general because it's limitless in a sense, for the fact of like you have ideas now, but the voting power could increase to like or change to a raffle system, more so doing a lot more raffles. The more you hold, you could change the voting power to that too. It's just you could do so many things with this.
Yeah, our goal is to keep everything clean. Every iteration, we want to keep the voting power set to 10,000. But if we have the Lex Friedman, but if you have the Joe Rogan effect, right? We talk about that. Like if Joe Rogan says Freedom 35ers is the best fucking channel to watch, you need to listen to him. Are you ready for that? Like what's going to happen when 1% of his 6 million people show up at your door and say, I need to watch this video right now?
That's when the three of us leave our jobs and we're just doing this every day, baby. Let's go.
Right. No pressure on that. But yeah.
So we have to temper our growth. Everyone does. And we have to say, it's like, oh my God, why don't I have 6 million viewers yet? Because it takes time. So you grow into that.
Curious wise too on this. So your guys who have 1,000 of these for the first part of the collection, right?
Yeah.
How like, as far as funding and stuff, because that's obviously a big part of things too. Like, are you guys, if you mint out 1,000 of these things, are you guys set up to keep running these multiple cycles as they go on? How will that impact you guys financially as a project?
So this first version, everything we spent, legal fees and getting our LLCs, getting counsel, the tax guy down the street, like everybody, like there's a lot of expenditures already in the books.
Yeah.
So the first cycle is going to help essentially pay the bills.
Gotcha.
And that makes us more confident for the next cycle.
Yeah.
The next cycle is where we seed everything. We start really pushing money into multiple accounts. You'll see there will be a public fund that's set up. There will be the public ADA fund that'll be set up, and it's titled public. We'll have control of it right now. But when the future comes that it's public access, that's money that's setting up for the future for the project in general.
Got it.
So yeah, it's a very good question. And it's important too that the cycles help regenerate the next cycle and pay the artist ahead of time and pay for all the any proceedings that go beyond that and future development.
Yeah, and the only reason I ask this kind of stuff now, because obviously we've been through this quite a bit now and seen these different cycles. So we know when it's not even that. It's hard to mint a new project. Even the most hyped up ones that do these crazy volumes, eventually get hit with okay, we're still in a bear market. That hopium and that hype wears off to a point where it's like, okay, let's get back to reality here. How is this project being sustained throughout this time? And can you guys last throughout this time to make it to that next part of that market run?
Let me answer this in a different way or a different perspective, something that it's been a minute since I've thought this way. Where if we were to ask the same price for 10,000 assets, that doesn't help anyone in the community to say that, hey, what we're doing is setting up where that deliverable is right now for the first 1,000. Then we repeat quickly enough that here's another 1,000, here's another 1,000. So what we've witnessed in our past is we're going to sell 1,000 of them or 10,000 and only 1,000 go. And then they shut the doors and they're not ready for anything else. And they're like, sorry, we're done. So
you've seen that for sure. And I also like it because it keeps you continuously engaged. It keeps you being able to follow along and also see the development. Gives you those like even that nostalgia in the community where you're like in the Discord, 7 months from now and you can go, remember that first drop, way back when, whereas we saw those projects. I mean, now it was fall 2021 where a lot of projects were around building communities and keeping people involved because we didn't have a lot of the technology we see now to allow the kind of projects and ambition that we see in a lot of what people are working on. But a lot of people in the roadmap had things like community driven or the community is going to get to decide the future. But those were for 10,000 piece drops. And I think people kind of got their money and left. And it never really got to develop further because 10,000 had already come out. And people were like, I'm done with this, or it took too long. They didn't have the proper timetable where people may have been involved initially and genuinely interested, but then they got involved in other projects. And it's hard to sometimes jump back into that stuff if you miss it.
Well,
so this allows you to really follow along.
Piece drop, Yeah, you know what the entire collection looks like, and if it gets to 2,000, 3,000, you got a good idea what the whole collection is going to look like. So let's call ours a 10,000 piece collection, and you only know what the first 1,000 is. You get 1/10 of it.
Not only,
next
and
10,
you get a chance to
you
help
decide.
it. Yeah,
you pick
I
who
love
we
that.
feature. You're going to get 5 more assets. There it is, and then the next asset cycle comes up. We have a whole new person, and every time we do that, we're bringing their community on board, and we get to talk to them and say, I think you mentioned like, oh, well, these guys are doing really cool art. They did this caricature of me. I don't know why. They just seem to like me. No, here's why. Here's the take your time and read the whole thing. But our community submitted 420. There's our round number. Different people said, yes, we want you in, and here's why. Now they got some reading to do. That might change the course of their motivation. They might say, oh my God, this is why I'm doing it. This is so much fun. Let's keep going.
Right.
I love it too, just in case, in the case of, let's say, a community member or someone that maybe has a little bit more presence in the space and kind of has like a little gang, army behind them that goes and can flood the votes. But it gives them more of a reason, it's not just like they won the votes because they told everyone on Twitter to come over and vote for them just because they wanted a picture of themselves made. It kind of helps them stay connected and attached to make sure it's someone that's going to be involved and not just like get the NFT made of them, use it for their own promo or whatever the case may be.
Well, really what happens when we do YouTubers, Cardano YouTubers, and you guys want to be in the submission? So you're going to submit it, and then if you actually become one of the top 3 and during the voting phase and we all vote for it, our project is going to get a lot of extra coverage from those top 3 or from anybody during the submission phase. Right. That project during the submission phase, if we're talking about the women of Cardano, and they're like, hey, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that. Hey, ladies, let's, hey, show up. Hey, oh my God, we want. So it generates more motivation, and there you go. And I'm pretty sure we're never going to do a drawing of a monkey. There's going to be no apes. There's going to be no Narus. There's not going to be. It's going to be people.
Tom's all about that.
Well, I was going to say, if we do ever have any stage where we get up there, what I want to see is some sort of caricature of all 3 of us mashed into one person with all 3 of our traits.
That'd be amazing. There you
go. Challenge the artist on that one.
Yeah,
that would be fun though, because then you start to pull. People love a little good competition too. At the end of the day, so if you've got a good vote between communities out there, and you got some good ones that are actively engaged, regardless if but people like to win stuff, so you may get a good little competition there, and then that may get enough to get somebody to pull in and be like, "Yo, I actually like this project. Let me find out more." So there's plenty of good ways to go about doing that. People love a friendly competition at the end of the day. So. But no, CB over here was saying he goes, you got Jub characters, he's got CB caricatures with wings. You could go a lot of different directions with these different projects, different communities. Take it easy over here, Airart. I know we're about an hour into this. Damn, that flew by.
Wasn't that supposed to be our cutoff?
We're getting close there, but I know we got you got something else you wanted to share real quick.
You could do. I'm gonna cut it off pretty quick, but that'll just give you an idea of other thoughts into the future.
All right, we're gonna do in 3, 2. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I see a couple backgrounds over there that I noticed over. Okay.
I did see a couple backgrounds. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, Angel Baby.
Okay. Yeah, we got Leone Sky.
Bring it back.
Somebody screen grabbed that.
No.
I gotta go back to recording.
Good thing this isn't recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'll watch it later.
But no, that is another like the personal PFPs. You guys all have them. Like you guys have them with digital lowlifes. Yeah. That is, there's so much room in all of the space moving forward. There's no, hey, well, we're going to take that business. It's not like I love digital lowlifes. So I haven't gotten my own because I've kind of focused on other things, but imagine that reach. And if you had your own personal PFP built and set up and it was literally tied to this project, come on now. If you're at the event, if you're at maybe CNFT Con and you get yours drawn live in person and it gets minted, that's pretty cool. That'd be something that, try and flip that shit.
There you go. I love it.
So,
I still got my mech too.
Yep.
I got
yeah,
my yeah.
The greater
Right.
mech. Yeah.
There you go. Well, all right. So
I appreciate the time, guys. I do. I guess my call to action for everybody to close out the caricatures thing, and thank you for this much time, is to go to the website, check things out. It's growing. There's some features that are coming up. Didn't say anything about our claim the prints yet. We're so close to fulfilling an 18-month-old promise. And all I can do is say, bear with us. I want to make sure that I can say, do this, as opposed to, well, you're going to be able to do, no, very soon it's going to be, here's the instructions. You're going to do this, this, and this, roll with it.
Nice.
Hopefully I see people at CNFT NYC, see some people at CNFT Con. We're all over.
Did you say CNFT NYC or NFT NYC?
NFT NYC.
I was gonna say what?
Yeah,
there's a new one over there.
I think there's a Cardano meetup that's going to be up there, but
when is that one? NFT?
April.
NFT? Okay.
Like second week. April.
I wish I could get to that. I got so many things that I got planned. Coming back from a honeymoon in the middle of March, I would love to go to that, but I'll be living vicariously through you, watching some posts. Yeah. Well, before we wrap up with caricatures, we do like you said, you mentioned EMD earlier. Over there. So what that stands for early mint discount, which is a little bit of an improvement. I think that's a fresh take on the whitelist, where you guys will get a discounted price based upon, is that how that works? So it'll be a whitelist, but a discounted price for the whitelist, right?
Yeah. I won't, don't, I mean, you can quote me if you want, but it might be wrong. There's going to be a period of time before public mint that you have the early mint discount. So if, I guess I can say this now, and I'll when I get on the air with CNFT news later on and talk to non-fungible guys later this week, I'll get into more details with it. But half of this first 1,000 is going to be to reward and celebrate everybody. We're giving away half of them as early mint discounts. So it's not just a whitelist. Yes, it is a period of time that you have access to mint, but we're also giving you a deep discount. It's not just here, come mint for the same full price. This is an early mint discount. During that early period, you can get a discount. If you don't mint during that time and you wait for the public, you're not going to get early mint discount. I'll be your dad right now and tell you, no, you missed your time.
Yeah. Did you read the instructions? No, you cannot. Yep. You didn't follow the rules.
So yeah, all of the live streams that I'll be on, all the communities, there's some communities there's going to be about 20 different communities that we're handing out a pile of these early mint discounts. Yeah. There's 200 of them are just going to the caricatures community. So if you're in the Discord and you're connected to the website, you will be able to get into the giveaways. So it's not a guarantee that you're going to get it on our side, but you'll be in the giveaway. If you have some of the assets, that gives you into a different giveaway. If you have more than one asset, that'll give you into a different giveaway. We just have different giveaways set up in different values based on those assets. So get in the Discord, hang out there for a little bit, get on the website, get connected, and then we'll be set. And I think you guys might have a stack of them too.
I was about to say, so I think for tonight, at least right now, let's do, we played the game, a little keyword game over here. So Ken, maybe you want to throw a word over in the private chat there for us. And we'll run for right now. Let's run 5 of them. Keep it nice and simple for right now. And we'll continue to kind of keep throwing some more of these out. I think we got, what would we say, about 20 of these to do? Somewhere close to that. Oh, he's got a word. Ooh, that's an easy one.
It is.
That's a very easy one.
It's important too, because that's where we're starting, right?
At 100%. All right, guys. Well, if you guys would like to win an early mint discount, which will be whitelisting you into the Caricatures project at a discount over there, hence the name, go ahead and put the word !OG into the chat right now. We got 5 of these to give away, and we'll give you guys here a couple minutes to go ahead and get those entered in. But no, man, it's crazy because I remember this back in the day, this project, and it's funny how like these things kind of evolve over time, different connections get made, and then here we are in 2023 with a like revamped project, maybe a little bit refreshed vision of it as well, and you've got the technology to be able to execute the vision. So it's unique too. It's different from, like you said, the PFP style, like, you know, flipping. Hopefully this thing goes to the moon kind of project. It's, you know, sometimes we need a little refreshing take. Because you guys, at the end of the day, we need this community to get bigger if people really want to realize those kind of gains anyway. And what better way to go ahead and onboard some people through some fun artwork and people who are here genuinely. Like I can say for sure for you guys, we know you guys are looking to grow the Cardano community overall, not just be here for a cash grab.
No, we're as doxed as you can get. There's no like, you guys know my history. People know my history. We'll have a place, and you know, shout out to Garfield. I think I should have done EMD. That's a good one if we're introducing a new term.
Maybe later we can run EMD if you stay tuned. But yeah, OG will get you set up over here. TJ, I don't know how many people we got in
How
there.
many people are in the stream? I jumped on one of Blake's streams the other night, and I won one of his giveaways. And there was like 60 people on the stream and only 30 likes. And I told Blake, I said, you know what? Re-roll it. If you can get to 50 likes, re-roll it. And like in 27 seconds, it was like everybody that was watching liked it. And he's like, are you guys serious? I ask you to like it and you don't like it. Ken comes in here and he says to do it.
We got an opposite flip tonight. Yeah, I think really? Super Bowl Monday. People a little recovering still.
Yeah, we were running anywhere from like 25, 26. It shows 19. I don't know how accurate these things are sometimes. It depends on like the night for everybody. But that just means somebody's got a really good chance right now at winning one of these things. So like you said, though, that like button is there. Makes us all happy. So TJ, you want to run that?
Yes, sir. 3, 2, 1. Jerry for the first one. Let me write this down.
Oh, is that Jerry 31 with the Chill Kong?
It is Jerry 31 with the Chill Kong. You're right.
Hey, we know our usual suspects over here. There we go.
We're doing 5 right now, right?
Yeah, let's run 5 of these.
Cool. Mimo. That's a new one.
He just entered. He was the last one in too. I love that. Or maybe Thomas was.
Memo.
Right when you cut
Did you say
off.
Mimo or is it Memo? Memo. I'm reading that.
Mimo. I read it because the way they typed it.
See,
I thought it was Emo.
That's Mo. Me is Mo.
See, I got Moose Slayer and Triple Threat, TJ. See,
and Moose Slayer, and Moose Slayer, Moose Slayer's one.
I must have like on my chat skipping then. Congrats to Moose Slayer. Triple Threat. Congrats.
One
to
more.
You said good. I was skunked last week. All right. Who's the last one, TJ?
Hammock.
Boom.
For what it's worth, that's the first 5 giveaway winners.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
Them all in our chat.
And also, those are some new names we've seen there too. I love seeing that. You know, we got some.
Now we know who our flippers are.
Triple Threat, Hammock. I think Membo, I've seen them in chat. So I like, everybody, congrats to who just won that. Shoot us over a message over in the Freedom 35ers Discord, either TOMMY or Lazy T. We have the podcast role. Our Discord's pinned at the top of the chat if you're not in there. Screenshot your YouTube username in there so we can just verify, and then we'll need your Discord ID. Make sure you guys are also over in the Caricatures Discord as well. And then Ken, in order to claim these down the line, we're going to give you guys the Discord IDs, and I guess these guys, you're going to be able to connect your wallet to the website. Awesome.
So that's very soon. When that does happen, a lot of stuff is going to be like, okay, it's time to go. What'll happen is you go to the center, like I said, the community hub is over here on Discord, but when you talk about Caricatures.art and you talk about the future of onboarding whoever, as long as they can get to our website, you know, it's kind of like a callback to Web 2 where here's the website, here's what's important. Now you know what's going on. If you want to go further, here's some instruction on how to get your wallet and how to go to Discord and even type in Discord and do different things like that. So.
Yeah. No, I love that. And then Becky over here was saying she's like the concept of approaching the next person of interest in a voted upon collection will be provided with the why of the why they are being approached for their image. The why of the why. Then if they are, I like that too. Like you said, you're getting your Google reviews ahead of time when you first get approached versus like, hey, why should I be a part of this? It's like, oh, well, here's why. They throw it over there. Oh, she finished up right here. There you go. So they will know they're not just being used for their fame, more followers, ride the coattails, get more exposure. I feel like a subject would appreciate. Yeah, 100%. Is that kind of your guys' mindset about doing that ahead of time?
Yeah, yep. They're for real. Like if I just say, hey, our community voted for you and we want you in, it's going to be really hard for that liaison to approach. And when I have the liaison hat on for the first few cycles before we hire somebody into the team, I have to say, everyone likes you, and here we think we know why. Nope. For you to get an actual submission through, you have to have name, you have to have something filled into that field, and then because you'll go to the website, you'll hit submit, and it gives you a pop-up. Your Discord ID, your information's there, and you know what? You'll probably get a little bonus roll because you are somebody who participated and you voted. You talked about how do you earn that? Yeah. Maybe anybody that voted and participated is entered into this giveaway raffle or giveaway drawing.
Nice.
So
I love it.
Shout out to Becky. That happens to be my sister. She knows. She only knows about this project because of this video. I told her, I said, "Hey, go watch this video and you'll have an idea." But she's not an NFT holder. She wants to be.
That's awesome. Well, good. Thank you for Becky for showing up tonight.
You onboarding her?
There you go.
For the crypto space and the NFTs?
Yeah. She has one of my oil paintings from many years ago. Last time I was out to visit her, I took a nice high quality photo of it, and I'm going to make a one-of-one physical NFT for that so that she can prove that she actually owns that painting of mine from years and years ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then CB was saying shout out for being an amazing neighbor over at CNFT Con. I know you guys are right near each other too. So that's
Thomas 2 family right there. OTK. I'm ready to get D-Gen-y. You guys want to do D-Gen?
I was about to say, we could break into some D-Gen stuff, and then maybe we'll roll a couple more of these EMDs later inside the stream.
We're on 35ers. Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Let's go.
Yes, the backwards hat.
There it is. All right, now it's official. This game. All right, where are we going, boys? No.
When you got the drinks flowing.
I love it. Well, I think I'll be honest with you guys. I've been super disconnected over these last few days. I've got a lot going on with life right now, so I have not been paying too much attention. I know that one of the big projects that minted that seems to be doing pretty well so far has been the ADA Inmates. Has been a project that has kind of taken off. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys have been looking at.
I wanted to follow up, TJ. What happened with that monkey project you were looking at?
Oh, Mad Monkeys. I think they paused their mint until later in the month.
I believe so as well.
And I saw what was the other one I had on one sec? Ghost Chain's been making a couple. It's still fluctuating. And it's not back up to that.
I think it's because Flipper's coming out. It's supposed to be coming out this month.
Yeah, they had a big surge.
But I'm just saying they've had some nice people kind of paying attention again. It's another one I think. Would you say Ken? Maybe not coma necessarily. They've also been working behind the scenes.
They've been grinding.
It's just a deep hibernation.
Yeah.
CNFT slumber would be a good way to put that.
We're in the build market, guys. We're in the build market.
Were they in a slumber though? They're working.
Behind the scenes, I'm saying like up front. You know what I mean? It seems like nothing's been really going on.
Well, I will say though, a lot of the spaces that I've been in recently, at least the past week, most people are talking about Flipper and how they're excited for them. So I think that is a very anticipated, anticipated marketplace coming out.
100%. I think not even that. I mean, we can go back because there's another project that's launching on Flipper and debuting with them, which we had them on the stream as well, which was Goofy Gophers Mining Club, and they dropped a little preview, which is again for the metadata, which is through Flipper over here, so you can see. That is one thing, and I don't know, and maybe this is early alpha because we just saw this. What is it, SIP 68, where the blobs? I don't know if you guys saw those that just minted, where they're you're able to cut I guess sort by the different traits. So you see how the different traits are all set up inside this. This is on Flipper right now.
Yeah.
But a big part of Cardano NFTs, I know at least on the JPEG side, is you can't buy per trait right now. Like if I wanted to put an offer in on something, like say on OpenSea, I'm using the kid called Beast. So I'm like, hey, I want to for Wagme Way, one of the beasts says I want any Wagme that comes up, I'm gonna put an offer on it for 1 ETH right there. It doesn't matter what it is. That trait, if it hits 1 ETH, I'm buying right away. Well, we can't do that on Cardano right now, currently. So
it's like an order then. It's a buy order.
The collection
but
order, the collection
yeah,
offer, right?
but based upon specific traits.
I like
Based
that.
on
That's
traits?
sick.
No shit.
That's awesome.
So here, I don't know if this is a little. Maybe this is what they're doing. I'm putting two together. And then if you
That's
look at the,
huge.
I don't know if you guys saw that. Was it the blobs that minted yesterday with Saturn? They are doing trait specific stuff where it's going to be customizable as well. With that recent, I think
they were on Jump Space
68.
Night as long as along with Goofy Gophers. So shout out to Jump Space Night. They both are on there. I think the mint, if the same one. Oh no, they weren't inside your project. Oh, it is. No, it is. Yeah. So their mint was cheap.
Yeah,
It was
SIP 68 is what it is. Dynamic NFT leveling systems over here. Did you guys see this at all?
I heard about it in Jump Space a little bit tonight. So
Yeah,
I think they minted for like an ADA, and then you can the trait. So
There were
you
3
pay-
ADA to mint.
Okay,
these.
they're cheap. Well, they're really cheap. You pay for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fee.
yeah.
They said that's what it was. But yeah, you pay for that, and then you pay for the traits later on.
Yeah,
When
so
you
it says
wanna-
with SIP 68, Cardano NFT metadata can finally be read by smart contracts.
That's sick.
So that was the big thing right here, which has been sorely missed. And which again, I've been dabbling a little more over on the Ethereum side, which is very nice because you can have a trait and people are just put a blanket offer across there because they want that trait. Versus like, hey, I'm gonna, I want that NFT, but I only want a certain trait from that NFT. Like currently, we couldn't do that, but with this new SIP over here, and I know Saturn's making it more popular. I'd be curious with Goofy Gophers here putting this out with Flipper, how this could be a game changer for the Cardano NFT scene.
If that's what it really is, that is going to be a game changer. There's going to see a huge shift in where people go to their marketplace just for that.
Yeah. So
I'm about
Is
to
that
have all the
something-
black and white striped NFTs.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like what you specifically.
All the Prison Tom shirts.
I like the oh my god, I can't think of the name of the hats. What are
The
hats?
bubblegum one.
No, my god.
The blowing the
So,
bubblegum
the
one.
bubblegum one and the Santa hats. I'm not a fan of anymore. I'm done with those ones.
Well, he's saying basically, yeah, that it's what Space Buds were minted on will be SIP 68 going forward for a few months. So yeah, Jub, if you got any extra things that they had went ahead and dropped over in that space, definitely let us know. Also, shout out to we got some people over in the chat right now. We got good old Cardano Poppy, you got CB Hash Chat, you got Jub over here. We got all the project founders over here with Q. So shout out to you guys for hanging out.
Yeah.
Definitely curious though, because obviously Goofy Gophers is definitely one that we're very excited to go ahead and mint. This is one that we kind of had on our radar for a while. But it's going to be interesting because they are launching on the Flipper platform. And I know JPEG Store has been getting a lot of heat recently with just a bunch of different things. I think people are looking for a change of minting or a marketplace a little bit. And not to say that JPEG's bad. It obviously got us to where we're at right now as far as getting new people into the ecosystem. I just think that form of competition
JPEG?
is
I've
needed.
been on CNFT.io still. Is JPEG a new thing?
Right.
CNFT.io, is that like a website or so? I know I recognize
Yeah.
.io. It sounds like a
.io,
website.
yeah.
I've been using the Google Doc Sheets in Discord.
Have you? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid system. But yeah, no, this is going to be interesting because now you've got some new projects that are getting ready to launch over here, and with this, with the launch of this, it's going to inspire innovation inside the space, whether we like it or not. And then same thing with Saturn as well, where these guys their website was very clean yesterday. For some reason, I wasn't able. The mint was like not working when I was over there as well. Or I went onto the website, connected my wallet, and for whatever reason, I couldn't mint yesterday. So I don't know if they were sold out or if it got paused at one point. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to see this. I just think this is like a big game changer for the space in general right now, especially that they can read the metadata via smart contracts and interact with the metadata over here.
I like it. It's cool, but I don't know anything about the project. Do you know where they're going with this? Like outside of the blobs, is it just going to be a minting service or a website?
No. They're basically like a leveling system over here using this technology, so you can upgrade. They're dynamic NFTs that allow you to upgrade over time.
No, what I'm saying is there going to be another collection too besides the blobs, or just the blobs are going to be?
I think these were like the first one just to kind of like
Okay.
showcase the power of what this stuff can do. It's from the way I've understood it, and I don't know anything else about it.
Treb said the Moon Blobs mint is currently paused. They're going to be reopening the mint this week. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Nice.
So pretty much over here, though, is what they're saying is that you can create and mint NFTs. They've got, I guess, a bunch of different options. And so I don't even know anything about Saturn, to be honest with you. Over here, this is just another platform.
They have a game where you play the game and it can upgrade the blobs. All right, cool.
Okay, I love it though. I love that there's more options coming out, which is good. You know, we need this.
Using that will be transferred.
I did see that. I did
Cool.
see that actually. I
Like
saw the demo mention that over there. So it's an interesting time for the space right now. I think we're in need. Like you said, it takes a little while to build things, and with these new innovations that are coming out, it's gonna push our space forward to start to catch up with some of these other marketplaces that have been established on other blockchains right now. But I think
do you know on this one, because what I'm curious about is this only projects that mint with them, or will they be able to take any NFT project that exists currently and upload all the metadata?
I would believe, because it is, again, I'm not the technical guy, but I can imagine that this SIP that has been introduced, once the smart contracts are written to include this over there, that they'll be able to integrate with it, and utilize that metadata.
He did say something interesting in the space tonight that I don't know the technical terms he used, but basically he said, you know how we have to send that fee of ADA with our ADA itself, the actual price, that fee essentially they've wrote that into their tech where you get that refund back. You don't have to do that. You'll get that money back. So once that tech advances, there will be no, I guess, gas fee in a sense.
Okay. I like that. Well, this too over here. He's got the cosign from Jub over here. And I know I'd be into, or Hoppers Gen 2. Where are you guys looking to take advantage of this?
Oh, yeah, Jub, you're invited on the show, bro. I heard you say you got the white paper, you redid it, and you kind of were just talking through. You need someone else to read it. We'll read it with you, bro. We'll go through it.
Easy peasy.
We'll be another pair of eyes for you.
What is this? Get to white blob level. No one's done that yet. All right. They have a game where you can play the game and upgrade the blobs. So definitely, I need to keep an eye on this right here. Proof of concept. Cool. I know this was something that happened yesterday. I saw a bunch of people minting these things. Is this only currently? Can you get these on JPEG store? Can you buy these things on secondary, or is this not? Are they only on this marketplace as of right now? I would probably make more sense that they're only on this marketplace since the metadata is.
I would think so. Yeah, because how complex
up.
That is.
Yeah. Because I think I went and searched for them yesterday. What do they call like moon blobs?
I see ADA blobs on here for like 3,200. I don't think the same project.
Oh, ADA blob?
Yeah.
It could be that.
It's not them. It's not. I just checked.
Are you sure? It looks like them.
There's only 300 items. I was looking at that too, trying to figure out. But that's a giant floor. But if you look at activity, it tells a different story.
Yeah, gotcha. And their Twitter is different too.
Okay, never mind. All right. Well, dang, I don't know. Now I'm all
Dior.
Also, did you guys? I don't know if you guys saw this. Chill Kongs.
I did see that pump. Did they announce their mushrooms?
They did. They gave a date on it.
The magic mushrooms from a year ago.
18 months.
They are a thing, guys. There's an official thing over in the Discord, but they did give it.
That's awesome.
An announcement date over there. I'll have to go. Look at this. They got 3 different versions of this. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name over there. Cubensis, Azzy, and Super Magic over there.
There you go.
March 31st. Public mint date is March 31st on JPEG store.
Shiny says again, is this the 4th date?
Well, I think they've been getting some pressure to go ahead and oh, look at this. What happened though? They got Magic Kongs now?
Okay.
They made a whole new Twitter for that.
Interesting.
Is that real?
Really separating it like that? It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all, but okay.
That low of followers, that might even be. I would be very suspect if that's an actual.
Well, yeah,
their
last retweet was September too.
Yeah, but they tagged it. They tagged them in their picture. They tagged JPEG Store, Chill Kongs, and now Magic Kongs.
Oh,
unless that was just.
That's weird how they split the kind of interaction between the communities like that. It's kind of strange.
It's very weird.
Things happen when you're on psilocybin that you can't really account for. Just letting you guys know. I've heard.
Yeah, you heard. No, dude, I don't know. So we finally got a date. We definitely have seen some pump over the last few days because of this. So March 31st. I mean, it's still, you got a little over a month and a half away.
I don't remember. Was it a whitelist only mint or a public mint that too?
They have a public mint for this, but obviously if you have a Chill Kong, you're going to get airdropped a mushroom. I don't know in regards to what the different kinds are.
Oh, so the mushrooms get airdropped first.
Okay.
Right? I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't have a choke on.
Jesus,
Maybe we
guys.
should. Hey, I'm learning about this as well. I'm taking a
Okay.
guess. I mean, I'm assuming that they're going to get airdropped and then there's going to be the public mint afterwards. But public mint is on March 31st. I can tell you that. Other than that, nope, no idea.
Nafafa, but if you do look at
Nafafa.
that is an extremely thin floor from 1500 to 1800, and then after that, even though there's
True.
10%.
Shh, keep that down.
Nafafa.
Nafafa.
It was close to 1,000 at one point recently,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Got DM.
I dipped into that FUD. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with that a few months back.
Airdrop. Okay, 28th is a snapshot. Great.
Oh, triple threat.
That's
Triple
great to
threat's
know.
got the Chill Kong too over here. So 28 starts the airdrop. Gotcha. So it's got 3 days before the public hits. So that'll be interesting because I know it's been a while and it's been like the long fabled like kind of thing that they have always gotten like a little bit of shit for now since last year.
Hey,
So
I'll be the first to admit I fully support projects coming back after 18 months, fulfilling promises.
Absolutely. We're still there.
Yeah, no, Chill Kong's over here, right? They're we'll see how this goes because I mean, obviously, yeah. Well, there was at one point in the summer last year where these guys were like right up there at the top.
But we thought they were going to take #1 for a moment there.
There was them and Ape Society that were battling for a while during that time, and then obviously Ape Timber happened, and then their announcement of it, the whole baby alien thing, all that stuff came out, and it kind of just obviously there was a clear cut winner from that. But it's good to see.
You almost had me.
Never had you, guy. So that was another thing. I don't know. I still want to go back to this just because I know people have minted
This
it.
is the one that's similar to like
Ape Society.
Ape Society, yeah, with
Correct.
the roles and everything. Exactly,
Yeah.
for sure. So there's a lot to get into there.
What did they mint for? Do you remember or no?
No clue what they meant for.
Ada.
I don't know if it was 120 or 160. I can't remember.
Like that.
So the interesting about this is they've got all these different like titles, or I guess like class. I don't know if you want to call them classes or whatever you want to call them. But it does. It reminds me of like the posters, right? For like AKA the frames. And depending on if you, I guess you have some of these psychopaths, you can even like dial this down even further, depending on like the bigger the frame, the more you stake them inside these cells, which is going to be another mint. And then these cells, when you stake them, generate their smokes token over here. Again, I don't know the entire thing of this. You can kind of read into it. I'm sure there's some people inside the thing who can go ahead and explain this way better. But psychopaths generate posters. Posters are upgradable. White collars put the manufacturer to ensemble the poster. So you've got white collars and habituals.
All I'm saying is, boys, do you remember when we were talking about Ape Society? Or there actually 8 apes per side at the time, that they were like 300, 400 floor. These are 200 now.
Hey, that's not. Hey, is that from Nafafa or is that actually financial advice over here? Too,
I get no advice. I just said, do you remember? Never gave any advice. I was to mint that.
Disclaimer, Nafafa. No, I don't know, man. For me, okay, it's the only difference with the inmates though is they've got numbers on them, right? Which obviously that fits to like an inmate theme, but there's no individual names, so we can't say, "Oh, look at the funny names." We gotta come up with something else.
More about the roles or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the habituals or the white collars over here.
Is there some part of the lore, the whitelist I missed? Are they some like got some zombie theme going on here? Undead,
I don't
ghouls, ghoul inmates.
Yeah, those inmates look malnourished there.
They do. I mean, they're in jail. What do you expect?
I mean, it doesn't mean you don't. They feed you in jail. They don't starve you.
Well,
have you seen those guys when they get out of jail? They're like jacked.
Yeah,
100%. Ramen and Cheetos from the commissary all day
100%.
long.
All right.
Come on, you don't remember County, Tommy?
I don't. I do not. Well, some of these guys. I mean, I guess they're in little straitjackets over here. You got like.
Tommy, you do the same thing I do. You'll look at the high to low and the low to high just to see what people are chasing after or highly valued.
I've seen some black and white striped shirts. All right, I feel for the guy in that pink maid outfit over there. That's not got a rough time.
I like the straitjacket ones. Those are cool.
The gold ones are a little. Yeah, I do the same thing though. Okay, right? It's 100% because you want to know what I'm targeting. I need to know the traits I'm targeting. So the politicians, I believe that were like those are like the rarest of the crimes over here. Yeah, obviously you can see the price for these things. It's like 5 of them on sale. No idea though. So prison ecosystem. You saw a little bit of the graphic over here. Obviously, the apes, habituals, and white collars can work together to generate posters. The marketplace will provide an ecosystem where holders can trade the crafted items for smokes to get ensemble posters. Organized will get a passive income of the sales on the marketplace.
CB said that's how all prisoners look. He's been inside.
Ah, all
The
right.
falafel.
Now falafel.
I'm getting hungry now.
Hey, so he's over here. We've got a thread over here. I mean, we can live research it over here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
So one of the things I always evaluate when I'm trying to figure something out is how much time do you need to.
True.
It's about community movement and like how many people from the current ecosystem are going to fall in line with what project. TCC was a good one here last month where you went, holy crap, this could do it. The cats are another one where Alley Cats, like that could do it. Ada Inmate, that could do it. Like which one is everyone going to latch onto and take to the next level? And it takes people that to be involved in that community to understand every aspect of all of it for it to actually grow in value. And I'm talking about, I guess, intrinsic value in the sense of community value, not ADA value. Like who really appreciates what's going on with this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a similar thing though too. I look to see who's actually getting involved with the project. I also look now more so lately if new people are getting involved or talking about the project that's on our side or our blockchain. Because that's what we want ultimately too. We want new people to come to this space, whether it be new to crypto or just new to our space from another blockchain in general. We just want more people over here minting.
And
I
also
understand
just
a lot of people came into Alley Cats from Sol and from ETH. Like that was a huge inflow through that project.
Absolutely.
Right. Oh, 100%. I think people are looking for the next exciting thing right here. And I think people are starting to venture a little bit cross-chain. So they're, not necessarily just because it's Cardano or Sol or whatever it is. They're looking for an opportunity right now, especially in this bear market. So if they've got something interesting, good artwork or a cool mechanic behind it with a great community, we've seen what happened with Alley Cats, right? Which these guys have done almost 1 million in secondary volume right now, which that's pretty good.
Wow.
That's actually really good.
And I'll say, like you, Tom, you were disconnected. Like this weekend was a quiet weekend, at least in America, because of the Super Bowl. So people had their minds, 100%. Different places. They weren't connected to the space as normal. They were out
traveling away all day.
Exactly.
One day it was like a half weekend because Sunday was just all taken.
Yep.
Yeah, and 138 a mint price for the inmates, so they're sitting at a 209, so they're above floor. All right,
and
now,
especially for that volume that we've seen, where they're already almost at 1 million, is also a good sign.
It's crazy though,
that level of floor price.
I mean, because you look at somebody like these guys, and they're over 4 million now, which is
that's
really
crazy.
Mint price
I love it, but that's wild.
Significantly different.
So much ADA.
100%.
So much ADA.
It's crazy to see where some of these new projects have gone, and then obviously you see a lot of the same ones over here, which like I said, Ghost Chain breaking into the top 10 over here in the last 24 hours. Same thing with the Stag Alliance passes, which I know Stag Alliance, I know a lot of people are looking forward to them.
The Fafa, those really could be worth something too if Flipper turns out to be as great as everyone thinks and wants them to be. These Ghost Chains really could be a steal right now. The Fafa.
Dude, shout out to the Ghost Chain community, man. We were like, they were one of the first ones. Man, they were like one of the first like communities that got us involved. I think it was Slick. Yeah. Yo, fun fact about Slick, I saw him. I know if I'm in a project where Slick's involved, I know I'm in the right spot.
100%.
This dude was over in Ape Society. He's like, yo, Tommy, you need to come check out Ape Society. And that's when I bought my ape back in like April or whatever it was, like May or whatever it was last year. And obviously, I paper-handed that thing. Diamond paper-handed that thing. I saw him today inside of a kid called Beast over there chilling.
Was he?
He was. He was inside a Discord today. I was like, yo, I seen you over here. What are you doing over on this side? So that's a little nafafa for anybody on the east side. If you guys are looking for a project, maybe you want to look that way.
Look for Slick.
If you speak of an ETH project, you guys, I know I tried telling you about book.io. But this week, they had a triple chain sellout with Art of War with their book. They sold out all of their, that's kind of one of the old, if you look up the Art of War,
actually
was the most recent one.
But
they sold covers in Ethereum and on Polygon. So all three of them are out there now. So they did Alice in Wonderland. They sold out, or they sold Cardano and Ethereum. And then this week they did it's Monday, sorry. Last week they had done all 3.
That's amazing.
Is it the full book?
These look
then?
really cool too.
Cover to cover, you can actually read them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was so if you get into the book.io thing or the understanding of it, right now, you're using a proprietary reader, so you have to log into their website to read your book, but you own that book and you can sell it. So it isn't like, God, so I don't want to go too deep into it other than knowing that.
Do they have the rights for these books?
What's that? No, these are public domain books. Most of them.
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland and stuff.
They've had 50 releases so far since they started.
Okay.
And of those 50, they have released like 9 or 10 authors that are still living, and they've released on book.io.
Cool.
So if you have one of their books, the authors are in the Discord. So you're actually communicating with the authors of the books, and they're on the first, second, or third book or whatever. But what's genius to me on their level is they're using the public domain books that have a following, have a popularity. So they have book community people. They're using Cardano because of the value of using the on-chain, the metrics and everything. The artwork to create rarity and understanding is AI generated art. And it's the same book on the inside, but it has a different book cover on the outside. So they're tapping into the people who like to be degens and do some really cool, fun stuff.
That made me laugh. This is recorded, Rena Red.
All right. Well, my dumbass over here, she's like, I got cybercrimes and petty thief, and I thought they were book titles, and I'm over here typing cybercrimes and petty thief, and I realized that's for Ada inmates. Wow.
No, but just a huge shout out to book.io. They had a triple sellout on 3 different chains. That's team, crazy. Their last project had like 6 million people outside of online stuff. So there is a legitimate system that's growing and building, and they're utilizing PD books to set up their metrics. And now they're onboarding artists that are doing some really cool stuff.
And also, I mean,
it's good art.
You're on your phone all day. You might as well read a book. Get in there.
I did see this. I thought
remember Cardano for the Masses?
Yeah,
that's on book.io, and that's going out on physical. Thorpe Brown, he released that's an Ape Society dude, and he released his book on book.io, and he's getting royalties from it. He's getting it set up that way. So Thorpe's book is out there.
That's really cool. Honestly, this is the project I have not dived into at all. I know you told us about it when we were at CNFT Con, but this goes to show you what the power of like real world like utility can do, and with the power of NFTs, like obviously reading in books, like bringing that to the blockchain makes perfect sense too, and using it. So right now, can you do it on mobile? By like token gating?
So not yet. Both of the readers. So what's really wild about this is the only way to read this is with their app. And that's limiting, right? That's already, you're in a niche market with a niche app. But understand, you can't go to Pavia's metaverse yet either. Right. So give it time. It's growing, but they have submitted their mobile apps to Android and to Apple, and are waiting for approval before it goes out to the App Store. But what's really fucked up in my world, and what's really cool, is that if you have the book and you're tied into that mobile device, only you can read your book. I can't share. If I sell you the book, I can't read it anymore. I can see the cover, but I can't see what's inside of it.
Right.
So that means you have ownership of that book.
I like that, because what project was that? Serenity Pictures. They had a movie come out, but you can go to pool.pm and watch it. So if they had something like this, where you really did lock the feature of the NFT to their website, that would have been, I think, more enticing to own more of them, or one of them. Because because like what Tommy just said, he went to Pool PM, he went to flip through the pages. I know what he was trying to do. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Serenity Pictures, you could watch it, but you couldn't watch like the full like HD, like really nice version unless you had the token to log into their website. Like that was
right, but you could still watch it though.
Correct. Yeah, Toxica. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. So I think that was early on though, like last year, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that has been learned probably from then.
100%.
And the
way if they had that would have been a nice little feature to incentivize the holders of holding it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, as you get to it, you'll start to realize like what FUD is out there. Oh, these are public domain books. You can go download it for free right now. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you just right click and save, or go take a picture of the Mona Lisa?
Why don't
because
you
you have ownership of it, because you're helping the team grow and develop. And there's 9 or 10 authors, sorry, I keep saying it that way, but the authors who have published, and they can account for, like, there are New York Times best-selling authors that are working with this and putting out their work in the Web3 world now. So definitely worth spending some time on.
I just wanted to bring this up too over here because you got people in the chat talking about this. We were talking about it on the podcast this past week, but the Ape Society's marketplace went live, and we were asking about like the cooldown times on this. So what CB said, he was building a fireplace currently. CB, how long does it take to build? What's the cooldown time on these things to actually build this stuff? I'd be curious. Ken, do you have an ape anymore? Or did you ever have an ape? I don't.
I sold at a significant profit.
Okay.
Going into CNFT con. So I didn't sell at 10K or 12 or whatever it peaked at, but I sold in like I think around 6K.
Nice.
So I'm happy with the profits I made.
100%.
That was where I got to experience Ape Society's entire ecosystem. You guys know I did one painting of Domenici or Demici.
Yep.
I have another one upstairs that I'm working on.
We discussed that too. Like, we were like, what number would we have realistically sold at? Yeah, I know it got to 15, but like I would have been like so anxious at like 5 or 6. I would have sold then too, 100%. Yeah. I would have never thought it went to the number that it went to. Who would have thought that?
Right.
Well, it definitely was an anomaly, that's for sure. Like, we always knew they had the potential to go like really crazy if they wanted to, but like never like that. Like it got wild for these guys. So it's really cool though to see that. So the D Medicis, I'm curious. Wow, there's not a lot of these for sale. Family Crest, 232,000 society over there, which there's only 4 of these in the entire thing so far. So that makes sense. But yeah, I'd be curious. 14 days for a pool table, 18 days for a bar. So it's definitely a couple
weeks. Get stolen by a military officer, right?
Which, yeah, shout out to Rez.
Rez has been stealing left and right. I saw it a little bit ago, actually, in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah, I actually like the crafting system, set, forget, and come back to claim. Dang. I don't know. I'd be curious. What we were saying, though, in the podcast this week was that it was cool that they've got all this stuff now. But what will these things, what can we actually do with these things? Like, are we going to be able to physically like walk around and decorate like the cabins and like get to interact with the things? Or is it mainly just like, is there going to be any utility to this? Is it going to earn like outside of being able to sell it for society? And what am I going to be able to do with it? I know we mentioned like the pool table, like Tom was talking about, like, oh, can we go play like pool over in somebody's like house? Like, but I didn't think that they were going like the metaverse routes at all. So I don't think that that's the option, but I'd be curious on how this works.
Well, I will say one thing about Ape Societies, they have proven themselves time and time again. Whatever they have planned out, I'm sure everything is for a reason, and it's going to be great. I mean, everything they've done so far is very well thought out.
Hey, Charles even gave the Ape Society a shout out this week too. If you didn't see that,
who did?
It's Big Hosk.
Oh wow, that's dope. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, she tweeted somebody was saying, yeah, here's my somebody was saying something about something, and
nailed it. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, quote that shit.
Somebody was saying something about something.
Heard it here first.
Although I know that obviously they got the landmarks and stuff as well. That will be going. They haven't introduced the next one. I know they did a roadmap. They've got the Bedford Trading Company, and then there was what was the other one? I'm blanking right now on the other one. Maybe somebody in chat help me out with that. Because it's like the launch pad too. They've got launch pads for different NFT projects. I forget which one. They announced one of them as well.
He bought a king.
Who?
Meek Vision said, he bought that king. I'm assuming he's talking about Charles.
Who bought what king?
I don't know.
There's another.
This is a hell of an assumption, TJ.
He said something about something.
He said something about something.
Meek Vision said, he bought that king.
Got to be talking about Charles.
No, Charles did not buy that king. No way.
No, so whatever the comment was, somebody had said, "Hey, you got to get them into, or you got to show off some." I'll look that up. Hold on.
Where the heck is
Yeah.
Now I'm all tripping right now. I
Guys,
don't want
the Todd
David.
Success Space on Wednesday, 8:15 every week. Better go check that out.
the Ape Society Success Wednesday at 8:15. Dang, we're always recording during that time.
I try to make your Mallard one, you host, ZB.
Where the heck?
I usually put my kid to
is-
sleep when I'm doing it, so I can never go up and be a speaker.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
The UK's new PM prefers Bored Apes to CryptoPunks and prefers a basket of different coins. Dabbles in shit coins. So he had somebody was posing a question, Bitcoin or Ethereum, and he said, "Oh, I dabble into different coins." Charles replied to that and said, "Can someone get this guy something from Ape Society?"
Oh shit! You got a link to that tweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot that thing over. Tommy,
Sure.
check. Oh shit! Sorry, Rez.
I think I replied to that a while ago because it was. Oh, you know what? I don't know how to. Let me.
Oh, I got
in
it.
the chat.
You got
I got
it.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can someone get this guy an Ape Society? The UK's Prime prefers Bored Apes to CryptoPunks and prefers basket of different. Okay. Pumping bags, I see. And then he goes, I don't have any, but Ape Society is greater than Bored Apes.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
a cool plug there, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. So were you guys at the stage when fucking Chronic got some chest time with Charles?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I got that on video. Yeah, we posted that.
Yeah.
I think you guys are like 4 rows in front of me. I still
You're like,
remember like
He's
that
a titty guy. Yeah, 100%.
He's doing this.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. I remember that.
Oh, he does like the Terry Crews.
No, like Karnik said, tweeted something at him. Apparently, I don't know what he was saying. He said something about like titties and like New Orleans. I don't know. But
They had a
Charles,
prior engagement on Twitter, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm a titty guy, remember?" And, he's
and
like, "Oh,
Charles
yeah."
were like, "Oh yeah, you're the titty guy."
"Yeah,
Yeah, he recognized.
I thought you meant like
Yeah.
he was on stage doing like the Terry Crews like titty bounce thing the whole time while he was
Yeah.
talking to him. I was
That
just
was
thinking,
crazy.
God damn.
Oh yeah, thanks, Juv. For Juv's holding it down. Right
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's right.
Pioneers is the name of the first project launchpad. They look interesting. Didn't get a sense of their plans other than releasing pretty high quality 3D assets. So Pioneers is the first one, part of the Ape Society launchpad.
you guys gotta check out Joe's Space. I think it's every Monday at like I think it's at 7.
It's like
p.m.
right
Eastern.
before our live.
Yeah,
stream,
but he has it scheduled out for the month already. He posted too. I saw. So shout out to Jeb
We need
Space.
to get when Jub. Did we?
Jeb,
I
you
don't
need to get
know.
on the show for real. Talk about some hoppers.
I could have swore we were talking about trying to set up a date for that. Maybe I even set a date and I forgot about it. So I gotta make sure we're still all good to go for all that. Make sure I didn't.
CNFT BTC absolutely got back. I got on stage right behind Chronic and did the same thing. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he did. That's right.
Yep.
You talked about the Wing Warriors that day.
Yeah. I still got my Wing Warriors poker chips.
Do you? Yeah, I got
Oh, wow,
mine.
that's awesome. Really?
I was gonna say I got a Wing Warrior. It's in my. I don't know where it is.
I don't have my poker chips down here, but just in case you wanted to keep an eye on someone.
I see through the 8 nuts. Tommy has his too.
Tommy,
Tommy forgot
don't
to
worry. I
grab
got
that.
my eye on you guys too. Don't
That's
worry
right.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's a
don't know if you-
trippy eye because you can see right through it.
It's the problem is it's got all like the green and stuff. So you got like the.
No, that's cool. That looks like an Aeonium Sky marble right there.
There you go. Ooh, God, those are rare. I don't know. if you guys-
I was second place on 2 nights ago. I was
Get that
actually
chip.
on it.
You got mine.
Jub, I'm gonna get back to you because I think I promised you the 20th, and I honestly know I booked somebody after that, not remembering it all. But I would like to get more dedicated like time with you, unless it's like time sensitive. I'll shoot you a message after this anyway, because I'm terrible about it. We need to really set up a calendar, because I want to
We
make
have
sure
one
we
set
got.
up.
That
We just
one.
need to use it.
Yeah, we never use it.
We used it for January.
Yeah, I just need to. We need to start directing. Like, guys, I need to get on the F35 account so we can all just see everything.
Guys, I will tell you this: if you're even on your Discord, just right click and add event. That
I
is
like that too. That's a
so
cool thing as well.
underutilized.
That's
It
true. That is 100%. Yeah. It's like, okay. All right, dude. If you had won that marble can, that would have been crazy.
I swear, I was second. My guy made it all the way through, and it fell off the side.
I remember when they were doing marbles too, man. That was such a fun. I never got in during those times. I don't know why. I was just being lazy.
Dude, I Aeonium Sky. I'm like at my flex. I was kind of watching you guys talking about. We were like, oh well, Apes is this and have you guys daydreamed about the next bull run? And
Every
what
day.
the reality is? For anyone
Just waiting for
watching
it to
right
get
now,
here, man.
Every
anyone
day.
watching right now, I'm looking at the camera straight up. These 3 gentlemen are going to be the elite, like the go-to people in the future of what CNFT, NFTs are all about. And I say that knowing full well that I'm about to get ripped a new one by Trevor and Alyssa, because I'll see them on Thursday. But everyone that's doing this right now, that's in this build market, they're going to say, well, hey, what's the deal with Cardano NFTs, and why is this elevated to this next level? It's because all of these people are still grinding and doing it and making this happen. And you guys put so much effort into what you do. And I can't appreciate what you're doing enough. It's overwhelming how many options there are to watch a 2-hour live stream. And then, you know, you guys put out more, and then you watch CNFT news and like Cowboys are doing it on Thursday. Like the airtime's already full with Blake and the Spark Lab. Like, bless him for doing what he's doing with Spark Lab and making sure that we can consolidate and know that. But just imagine a year from now, 2 years from now, whether it's the full-on bull or not, anybody that wants legitimate, who's saying what about Cardano, about the NFTs, about the space, there's going to be some people that come back or come into it and are like, oh, I've been talking about it forever. No, you haven't. Not like these guys.
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
That's very cool.
We wouldn't be doing this without everybody hitting chat and you over here and all the amazing people we've got a chance to meet, man. This was just something that we did for fun and kind of documenting our little journey through here, and it still is. But obviously it's evolved over time. So it's an honor to be able to host you guys, to have everybody who hangs out with us. Like the fact that anybody's here right now is still blows our minds to this day. So we're just blessed to be able to get a chance to talk and learn about this stuff alongside you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys are unique. Like I say, when I go talk with, I got to make amends with CNFT news and also talk to. But here's the deal: everyone that's in their space, you guys have your own niche style. Like I've told you guys, I told you personally, like I'll listen to your streams out working in the garage, and it just feels like a few guys hanging out, just BSing, and I'm working on a project, and I'll catch myself. I'm like, oh wait, you guys you're not.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
come yell at us in the
Discord.
Discord.
That feedback. That's some great feedback.
Yeah, you keep it chill, and that's what's fun about it. You guys don't hype shit. You guys talk about what needs to be done, and
hey, anytime we do hype shit, though, you know, it always comes with a disclaimer. So, you know, if it gets too crazy over there, we'll just we've dropped this little nugget now. That's our out now. It's always fun advice over here. We're no.
I wish I knew about Nafafa when I bought some bearded thing once.
Bearded thing.
I don't even know where that's at. It's in my dumpster fire wallet.
I'm trying to think of a bearded one. I was trying to think of a BB maybe. I know I got you to buy a BB, but hey, those are the long play. Those are a long thing. That's
a Hail Mary.
Hey, the problem is it's still in the air. It's like you don't know where it's going. Like,
I'm waiting for them to rip on me because I keep saying something every time.
They're all about good vibes, dude. I don't know if you guys signed up. They had a yoga class this weekend. You could have done meditation via Zoom.
No, they didn't.
I swear to God.
No, Tommy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Be better, dude. But anyway, yeah.
I dare you to click the link live that I just sent you. Oh, this is not what you asked me to send, but
it's the
hold on.
That was mine.
I won that. That was one of the first things I ever won.
No way. Hold on. Now I gotta share screen. Give me a second.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, here we go. There it is.
Oh, the dogs in the chain. I minted that puppy for 48, I think, last year. That was $80. $80.
Not last year. The year before that.
No. They were 15. They were 15.8.
Were they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like $30 for that, though. Still.
No, I was proud.
Which is what I mean. That's why it's crazy. I mean, what the inmate just went for 120. You know what I mean? Which is not that much more compared to like how much even just on the front end that inmates are showing us what they want to do, what they want to develop, compared to like what we were minting back then. Just because it was like, this is what's minting tomorrow. That's why I'm minting it.
Dogs on a chain.
Yeah. When CNFT.
Hey, we need to do one of those giveaways again. I just remember we dropped like a little thing, like, "Hey, somebody drop a dogs on the chain, and we'll get you one." And then Ken came over in the comments and dropped dogs on the chain. Oh man,
it's in your dumpster fire wallet. You said, huh?
No, that one's in my dumpster fire. This one I haven't pulled out of the vault. Like this one I put right in the vault. I minted it. I bought it. I put it in my vault.
Oh
and it's
yeah.
still
Tommy
there.
has one of those. I don't have one of those.
Hey, this was supposed to. God, who shilled this to us? No, it was what's his name with
I did not make
Endmaker.
Okay.
Patrick Tobler was the one who dropped this over there. I want to say for Bondly. I don't know what Bondly even is anymore. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't mint that one.
Bondly and I. This is one of those. This was back on. It was towards this really 2.9. This is when they did. Remember the CNFT awards?
Oh,
Like
okay,
where it was like
I
really
do,
like
yes.
really
Yeah,
early,
OG
and everybody was
Bears,
kind of like,
check
"What
out
the
this
hell
stuff.
was this?" Yeah, this was that.
We should. Can you go through your wallet, Tommy? Because I know you got some oldies in there.
You want? I'll pull a dumpster firewall. For
Let's
you
see.
guys.
Yes, let's see that dumpster fire. You have probably like 700 NFTs. I'm not exaggerating either.
I pulled a lot of them out of here.
What handle do you have on it?
It's my F35 Tommy on this one.
That's your dumpster fire?
Yes. Yeah, I pulled a lot of stuff out of here. This is just if you were here, and I mean, I wasn't like
that's
super
drip drops
early.
there.
Well, that was like your big drip drops days too. Like you were checking
Yeah,
it every
these
day
are-
and
these
like,
were
getting
every-
all those.
Oh my God, there's so many of these different
All the
things here.
tokens and coins on there.
Yep. Yeah. You can, the rats. Yeah. I still got some stuff from that. The 6 cities, dude. This was
looks like
one
a
I
real
went in so
landfill.
hard on. I don't remember if you guys remember Onadrax, dude. I went so hard on these things. I remember Ada hits.
Arden, what was it called?
Onadrax.
Did we even cover that on the
Rage,
show?
I remember that one.
We
too.
maybe mentioned it. Oh God, RIP to Corn and Friends, dude. I remember that back in the day. Cardano kids. You know what? I just saw these guys. Seeing the atomic CNFTs. I've been seeing them make a comeback. There's the dogs on the chain. There you go. I still got the little zombie ones. You know,
You got the helmet one too. Good for you.
I made a move on Cardano kids with the Cardano trees trade.
really.
Yeah.
See, this one hurt so bad because I jumped into Cardano kids on the season that they just did an open mint when things went nuts, and they minted like way too many of them and diluted their whole collection. And also Cardano kids is very spicy on Twitter. They were very like, screw you guys. Like they got very like angry.
I thought very important dummies were going to do well. I actually kind of like those.
These things have officially like rugged. I don't know about rug.
Not a
just
rug, they
slow
just-
rugged out. Yeah, pretty much at this point. I remember selling one of these that I had minted for 700 ADA when it was like $2 plus. If that tells you anything.
Oh, I remember when you sold that Cardano tree for 1,000 ADA.
Oh, I sold it for. I sold a rare one for 2,900 ADA when it was like
$2.
like it was like high $2. That's what got me into a lot of different things back
That's
then.
what got Tom and I in there. Like, wait, you sold this picture for how much?
I still talk to Damien. Tommy.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the refresh?
I saw my refresh. Yeah.
Refresh is badass.
The refresh is cool. That's underrated as well. That it changes every single time. I always love that.
Like every time you refresh
it.
F5.
All right. No, dude, it's funny to go back through these old mints and just kind of see like where was your head at back then? And obviously my head was just all over the place.
Grumpy bunnies.
Yeah, I remember you trying to make the DGen player Bright Pals.
Bright Pals. Yep. Oh man, RIP to those.
Bright. There's a lot of story behind that.
Heartbreak. This was a heartbreak for me. The Heartbreak Club totally went in on those. Definitely got murdered on there. Hey, I gotta move this actually one over right here. This is a familiar one right here.
Those are still for sale. Just saying.
Are they? Hey, there you go. Shout out to some oil paintings. I saw, was it Nicky over there? I saw it over in his place. It's looking nice on the wall. I'm still upset that I just missed like the time right at the end. Dude, check out the detail. You want some detail over there? There's some detail.
Who's the artist on that?
Yo, I think where can we talk to this artist? Get him on the stream.
Let him get on the stream.
Dude, it came out so good for the fucking this Clays, man. Yeah, no, and then do RP Tom or Gizmos. This was an example of I messed up,
dude. I sold immediately when I saw the prices and stuff. Like, this is not really going anywhere. I just basically got a refund for it.
Yeah,
I just listed it for
I was very disappointed too, because like the talent they showed as far as creating and generating the art that they were making, compared to with how they kind of exited too, was just not.
It just was one of those like, we only
disappointing.
mentioned
It was one I
1,000
was
out of
really
it.
genuinely excited for, based on the art and like the collabs and stuff they came out with at the time, and the possibility and potential for like they had that strong foundation of that art. I was genuinely disappointed when they were just kind of like, oh, we're not going to get enough to do what we want to do, so we're just going to like airdrop some of you back that minted, and then sorry for the secondary guys.
Dude, you got some OG cloud in this thing. Your shapes, That's that's the
Shape Zeta
airdrop, right?
100%. My Shape Zeta airdrop over there, dude. I remember those back with Fett, and I don't even remember who else was back then and way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of like old stuff. I was big into like the unsig like derivative stuff early on. There was a guy named Artifact, and he just straight disappeared from me.
Remember
I'm getting attacked
Awoken
in the
Algorithm?
metallic one.
I do have what happened?
Awoken Algorithm. Remember those? I have one of those.
Oh
still.
yeah. Okay, those were cool because they had like the three. I don't even know where here they are.
Yeah.
I had one of these and I thought it was like a rare one at the time. Like I could have sold this thing back there for a few hundred ADA when it was like $200-300 like worth of stuff.
You know what? You know where to use your Awokens at? Nano frame.
Speaking of nano frame, I actually think I have an airdrop. I think I have an airdrop.
You have the airdrop. Yeah.
Yeah, the little Game Boy. I don't know what.
There's still a couple to come. I think there's supposed to be a Cardano tree one for the nano frame OGs.
Dang. I'll have to go back. See, it's always fun to kind of go back through your vault and also kind of like, shit, man.
What lies within? You got one of those.
I do.
That is such a sleeper.
I don't even remember what this is. Oh wow, yeah. I honestly I forgot I have some of these things to be like, if I'm being real. There was another one though that actually was worth something. I don't know if I sold it or not. It was like the nervous sig, like the unsig.
Nerds and virgins? What's that?
No, I did not. I never bought a nerds and virgins. Going on record for nerds.
I did.
Did you? How many did you make? 2. Oh no!
Shout out to good old Loco Nuts over here. If you were a Coco Loco holder.
Yeah,
I was just about to say the Nerds and Virgins. That was not the first YouTuber to mint and dash.
What YouTuber was that again?
Abe Crypto, I think was his name, right?
Yeah,
that is right.
Abe Crypto, man. I mean, this is just one of my vault wallets now. But yeah, it's funny. I still waiting to be able to utilize the Mesmerizer from Eternal right now.
You can utilize that on Acid.
Yeah, I was about to say right now you're tripping me out. But yeah, no, I think we got to get out of the vault wallets over here. We're already over 11 o'clock right now, so good memory. Bless his heart.
We're getting into that after dark, dark territory here. I know. Abe Crypto has not tweeted since.
He's made a video in 8 months.
He did Nerds and Virgins.
That name.
God, man, what a dumb project. Like, who was minting that, dude? Like, I'm sorry, the artwork sucked and it just didn't look good. Like,
Spicy Tommy tonight. Okay,
I wasn't a fan of the artwork, but also I think there was a few projects that came out in a rough period there. Like we saw some of those ones that were riding on that hype of just everything selling out, but then as we started to transition into some more serious projects, legitimate roadmaps and plans and details of the future, and some of these other projects just could not hold up, where they're like, wait, I actually need to have a roadmap. I need to have actual plans. I thought my next stage was just giving you more of the same.
We were ripping on this project like off camera and it's recording, and so I'm like, what is this project?
I'd be interested in Moose Slayer, how did you feel afterwards? Like, did you think about afterwards, you're like, damn it, that was a dumb play, or were you like, whatever, it was what it was at the time?
This is a good question from your sister there, Ken. I like this question.
Before that, I was gonna say that I bought Nerds and Virgins because he was a YouTuber, and I buy for supporting a project. And I know that if I can mint something,
right,
that is going to the project directly. I didn't flip. I didn't buy into the secondary. I bought the mint because I thought that had the intention to move forward with and needed funding. And he fucking mint and skated. And I'm like, motherfucker. But I was buying it for that reason.
Yeah,
I like that. That's great. You know, it's fantastic. So we'll come out of the project. You guys just gotta, make sure you come there to support.
Hold up here.
Back
we'll
to
10,000 for you.
Your sister's question over here at a dumpster page. Dumpster page is pretty much like your graveyard, as some like to call them over there. It's pretty much you've minted a bunch of different things. It shows like your history of bad decisions a little bit, or just projects that never made it. There's a ton of these projects that are going to mint that were in a different era at that time, and people bought them and supported them, and some just never made it past their inception. Some decided to rug some just never could continue forward. So usually the dumpster wallets are just stuff you're never going to sell anymore. They're more just memories and for some
And
people.
the song for them is "In the Arms of the Angel."
Yep. GM Farmer Nash. I don't know where you're waking up right now. GN over here for us, but shout out to you. Shout out to Goombles. So we're looking forward to that mint this month.
I can't wait.
If you look up ADA handle $8 ADA.
8 ADA.
That's my
like the number 8.
Code. The number 8. Remember 8 ADA? That was your minimum price back in the day. It's like 5 ADA now, but
I do.
I also call that the Black Swamp. I got both those handles in there, but that's
you just tapped into a memory of 8 ADA mints. Secondary. I forgot about that.
I love the dogs on the chain. I respect it. Damn, you got the RIP to Grumpy Bunny. I haven't seen them tweet out in a minute. You got the cash grab over there. I feel like is that a full original set? Oh, you got the right ring over there.
Do I need to pull that?
I mean, that's one of the. I mean, as far as like Hosky, the cleaner they go. Like I remember the all original like one sold for us. It was like 20,000 ADA back in the day, like stupid amount of ADA.
Wow.
So
this is what Becky. This is what an actual dumpster wallet is. You don't totally forget it. You know your bad memories are in there, but you could dig up something and go, well, hey, that's actually like Degenerates, motherfucker. Right? I have. Like number 3 ranked Degenerate.
Into these, huh?
Oh man, that's damn.
Isn't that the worst? Where you've got a good one of something that's not worth anything.
Yeah, and that was the one that I painted. So if you looked at the Degenerates paintings, it's not in here. I actually kept that in my vault because I painted it. But yeah, it had the Apocalypse background. It's like number 3 ranked. It's a 6,000 asset that only sold like 70. No, I maybe it might have been a few hundred, but
yeah. Again,
that was one I bought because not just 2500 Club. That was Jesus. There's some bad advice every day.
Hey, there's a time and a place, man. There's like you get those groups of people because 2500 Club we used to go ham on some dumb shit sometimes, and it was just like hey, we're gonna pump this up real quick, and then we're probably gonna sell it, or you're holding on to it for the rest of the thing. I remember that specifically for TGT, the Alpha Group over there, Toysies. Toysies were a thing for a day. Everybody minted them out, and then we all forgot about them. And they sit.
I did. And there's 3 in my wallet still.
I got in because Dilly kept pumping. He's like, "Yo, check out this one. It's got flames." I'm like, "Oh, let's go." And I think I bundled them for like 10 ADA. Like
have a good night, Rez. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Appreciate it, dude. Take it easy. I
need to stop like having you mint for me when I'm at work because I can't flip them in time for stuff like that for the Toysy stuff because I'm holding those now. And I was
gonna say, TJ, there's a time I think some of our better mints have been projects that didn't quite get to where we wanted them to be or get as popular as we thought they might have. You know what I mean? When we were originally minting. And that sucks. I know exactly what you mean, Ken. We're just like, damn, this one's awesome. I got a really good one here. Yeah, the floor is 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, shout out
Becky,
to FOMO games.
Your brother won that tournament right there.
That was for you were like up against Go Tribe, Ugly Bros, and Cardania.
Yeah,
over there.
Tessa Vanassus.
Dude, I just remember that winning. Like, go ahead and mint it, and I was like, all right, I'll go mint that. That's just a DGen play for me. Like, what does that do? That's just a trophy. You know,
no, it wasn't. If you had that, you were entered in the bill drawing, 2 bill drawing at the time.
Well, clearly I didn't win that.
No, you did not.
So I FOMO'd into that. I got a bunch of different. This is some of this is like
you got a Future Fest bot.
Yeah, I gotta move this one over on there. I also got my diamond hand paper trophy inside this one too.
How many of those went to people who already sold their wallet?
That's what I want to know. That's really what I want to know. I've got my whitelist society. Somebody sent me whitelist tokens after they had already had them. I remember this for the cabins. Somebody's like, "Yo, I don't want these in my wallet anymore. Get these out of here."
What's that Indian one or that?
Which one?
Indian tribal feather one hat.
This?
All right. No, on the bottom there. All the way right.
Oh, somebody sent this to me too. There's Cursed Angels. I have no idea what this project is. It was like a rug pull project. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And so I never moved them over.
I was gonna say, I think you have a couple of my whitelist tokens in there too.
Yeah, 100%.
Because when I get whitelist tokens, I don't like them sitting around. And there it is. That's mine.
Yeah, sure. you definitely sent me.
That's funny.
Well, I don't like seeing them just sit in my wallet. So you know what I mean. I figure Tommy's got like a wallet full of 900. He's not going to notice one more in there.
I've broken up my wallets quite a bit. I've definitely broken up my wallets quite a bit, but no, it's always fun to go dig through like past stuff and see where you're at. I know everybody. If you've been trading for a while, you've got a bunch of these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, big shout out to Q for that. You can still sell that diamond. Oh, I know. I'm trust me. This is one thing I'm going to hold on to until it's actually worth something. My goal is just to sell this thing for a ridiculous price one day. So definitely holding on to that because I've learned my lesson about paper hand and my diamond handed trophy.
Joe wants to know the.
This one's Jake Paul. Oh, Jake Paul. Yeah,
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul over there.
You know about
That's
the
classic handle.
Old Money's Unork landfill, right?
Yes.
You know,
Yo, they stole our idea. You guys, we had an idea called the dump.
Okay.
We were gonna mint a handle called the dump. This was literally back on our podcast planning sheet. I don't even know how long. Maybe
last year's 2022 planning sheet.
It was literally on January 2022. I don't know when the dump went online for Old Money. The landfill. But yeah, we had this thing called a dump where we were gonna get everybody to send their burn their NFTs, and same kind of thing. We were just gonna consolidate and see what we could like eventually wait to like bundle up and sell them and make and do whatever with it. But then there was some guy like right after it who did this and then like donated the proceeds to like an actual like thing, and we were like, oh, now we're assholes because we wanted to sell it. So
like, in a way, it was kind of like a giveaway though. Like we definitely going to get the community involved, but yeah, for sure, we were just like, oh, that's a much better idea. Yeah, we should.
We shouldn't do that. But yeah,
it was July 11th. I pinned a thing. So yeah, July 11th, 2022 was when we went public with the landfill.
Okay.
And just got dumped in.
Well, the best part about the landfill is that you guys actually like use it to like scoop up the floor or some actual real stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. And one man's treasure is another man's trash, or vice versa, whatever.
Vice versa. Yeah.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
Close enough, right?
But that is the case. So yeah, if you got a bunch of stuff in your wallet and you don't care about it, just dump it in there. You get to buy it for half the floor value. So you buy it for 4 ADA if it's 8, and all of the proceeds stay in that wallet. And once there's enough to buy a floor bill, it raffles to MFers. And
that's cool.
It's a good way to cycle it. And what's really fun is that when one of these randos take off, we're going to go, oh shit, look at that.
Right. Oh man, you got me down a memory lane right now over here. So she goes, it's like going through printed pictures from disposable cameras from middle and high school. You keep them, you love, dislike, or regret the moment in time. Yeah, kind of, pretty much. It's like what you look at. It's like, wow, I spent money on that. That hurts.
Some of it, a lot of money.
Yeah. If you think about the dollar value for where Cardano and ADA was at that time and what you spent, that's the more part where you're just like, I don't know about this.
Never look back, especially 2 years from now. Don't look back at now and say, "Oh no, oh my God, blah 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 was only this much," and you go, "Yeah, it was, but this is worth that much, and your time is this." And no regrets.
Right. Let's wrap this up over here. We've been running for a long time, Ken. We could probably do this for another hour if we really were talking.
On the backside.
Wrapping it up on the back end. Let's run a last. We got a last. Whoever's still hanging with us, you guys deserve some giveaways over here. So we're gonna run one last one.
The chain from Tommy's wallet.
God, that would be dope, right? Hey, who wants to win a dog on a chain right now?
You get something from my wallet.
Yeah.
Here's the Space Ape Club figurine.
It's like the mystery box at the dentist.
Yeah, exactly. Get the picture from the dump.
No regrets. I think we know the. Right, are we doing this one over there? That make the most sense.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's run that. We'll do 5 others of these, which will leave us with 10 still to go. So we got to get these to you, I think, by 24th ish, somewhere around there.
Triple Threat wrote to us in the chat here. I'll send his Discord name now.
Something like alpha, but not
early alpha. Fat alpha. If you're here at this end right here, so am I going to post this in the chat?
Hey, how long is it going to take for your hotel CNFT con to go into the dumpster fire?
I never even minted it.
You didn't?
I forgot.
Oops.
Yeah, that was my bad. Are we good, TJ? You got it loaded?
Yeah, I have it loaded. Yeah.
All right, guys. This is the final giveaway of here. We got not WMD. We have EMD. Close though. Speed wins. Speed in this case didn't win for you because it's close though.
Early mint discount. We are setting a new standard.
Stop though, because you got Garfield Zani over here just giving them pre-fire.
What?
Speed wins copied your thing. It was like
Becky, type in $EMD.
No, exclamation point, not dollar
Oh
sign.
yeah, sorry. Exclamation point.
If you type in $, you're gonna get nothing's gonna happen.
Do you have
Apparently, but when my wife said this is expensive liquor, I should have listened to her.
Yeah. We're in the after dark section over here. We're in fat alpha territory.
Yeah.
No, fad alpha.
NMaker Seaplane NFTs. Those are gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do.
No, I have. Oh, the seaplanes. I never got those either.
You're not staked to any NMaker stuff.
No, I honestly, I just been lazy. Being honest.
That's okay.
This was my problem is that I got so spread out with so many different NFT collections that I started to lose track, and I just started driving myself insane because there was way too many things to try to keep up with, and so I just started selling off a lot of different things and consolidating. Yeah. Even though there was some stuff that I liked, I couldn't do it anymore.
That's fair, man. It's fair.
I like this I like that NF Fat Alpha over here from Jub. I like that NF. The Fat Alpha.
The Fat Alpha.
I like that. That's actually a great one over there. All right, we got enough people entered in. Real quick though, before we hit this thing.
Oh, they are stackable, by the way. So for the community that gets EMDs here, if you get an EMD in a different community, that's stackable.
Damn.
There's a little NFAFA. Stackable EMDs. Alpha. There you go. Farmer Nash has got the right idea over here.
Alpha.
I like NF Fat Alpha right here. NFAFA. All right, TJ, let's run this.
5 times, yeah?
5 times, yeah.
Yeah. One.
Yeah.
Rena Red, congrats.
Rena Red.
Oh, I gotta make sure. TJ, you typing these or want me to type them?
I got it.
All right, you type them because that way you can edit it too.
That's what I've been doing.
Congrats to Rena.
Next one.
Rugged. Yep.
Burger Man.
Burger Man? Oh, Burger Man. I thought you said Burger Man. Shout out to Burger Man. I believe he's or he or she's an MFer over there.
O-Side, congrats.
Nice.
O-Side, let's go.
I mean, nice that everyone is winning Bergamon and.
Oh, triple threat one again. He's a triple threat.
Ooh, we got a double stacked up, stackable EMD.
Let me write
there
2
we go.
times.
What if he won a 3rd time?
Stop.
Triple threat.
So predictable. Last one. Moose Slayer again, 2-time.
2 2-timers.
Wow, we got
this is the night to be on this stream.
All right, there you go. There you go. We got 10 more of these, by the way. So if you didn't win tonight, we'll
everyone gets that many. These are the ones from Q.
Don't we pay? Hey, we should have put this behind closed doors. We paid them off behind the scenes in front of everybody.
Paid actors.
Yeah, we're paid actors over here. We buy our whitelist spots and then FAFA.
I'm actually Moose Slayer.
Nah, we're just kidding.
My bags.
This is not recorded space, and this is what you hear. We need the little Men in Black thing over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. That reminds. Is that a thing already? We need the. I need Borat's meme saying
you would never get
my bags.
My bad.
All right. Well, Ken, we appreciate you jumping over on stream. Oh, there it is. And I'm gone. Always recorded. No, dude, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
For sure.
It's always a great time getting a chance to do these. And shout out to Caricatures. Looking forward to how you guys start to evolve. We'll have to catch up on some of the other streams later in this week. See what other kind of alpha we can get that wasn't dropped tonight. Maybe as we refine it, maybe we won't keep it as loose as us over here. But yeah, dude. No, if there's anything else you want to go ahead and share, if not, where's the best place to get connected with what you guys got going on?
Website, and it's growing, and you'll be linking to the website with your wallet, and then you're a connected member. Once you're on and shout out to everyone that popped into the Discord. I'm like, hey, there's some activity, but I'm with you guys right now. I'll jump over and hang out with everyone that popped into Discord. That's where everything's live and happening. I'm going to try and keep it clean. I'm not going to make it overloaded with a bunch of stuff. We want it so that new people into the space can come in and feel whelmed.
Whelmed, not over. Just
or
whelmed.
under.
Under. Okay, I like that.
Just
The
straight
over-under.
up whelmed. This is going to be the most whelming Discord you've ever been
What's the
to.
over under on whelming? All right, we're getting out of here. It's been Freedom After Dark, guys. Appreciate everybody over in chat who's been hanging out with us tonight. This has been F35 Live. If you guys have not already hit that like button, maybe this is our last ditch effort to go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button, because that keeps us coming back every Monday night. If we have less than 35, our show doesn't exist. That's just a fact. Maybe. Nafafa on that. But we will catch you guys next week. Podcast will drop this Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern over on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. We will catch you guys next week. Have a good night.